Boom. Thought I'd put my Q-top on. I'd seen Charlie Ward had his on today, so thought I'd get mine on. Oh yes. I'm going to sit back a little bit, so can you hear me? Hi, Revolution Revisited, Karen, D'Angelo, Truth Seeker. Ooh. I don't normally wear t-shirts, they're not my thing, but I had to put it on. That will be on tomorrow, that one. I've done my nails, Tiffany Blue. Whoop. Well, sort of. Thought I'd, all the haters out there who don't like me toxic nail varnish. Well. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Coyote. Yeah, we are the leaders we've been waiting for. Yup. Yeah, my dad's got one of these. When we both got this, when we first got into Q, we both ordered a Q t-shirt and we both got it on the same day, the exact same top, and we didn't know which one we were getting. And then I got the boss top over there. Oh, yes. Quantum. Whoop, 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 whoop. Boom. So, I think I had entitled this. I'm only doing a little chat because I'm going to chill out after and read. I'm getting ready for tomorrow. Thank you. Yeah, I've had this for a while. Oh yes, I just stand up again. Yeah, where we go one week wall, the Great Awakening. Yes, this is my top. It says QAnon. Nothing is random, or Q would say nothing is a coincidence, as we know. So I thought I'd wear this today, and that I will be wearing tomorrow. So, oh yes. So I thought I'd do a little chat on my perspective. So I don't want anyone getting offended with what I'm about to say, not that I don't think it's offensive, about addiction. Now, some addiction, and then the word came in restriction. And then, yeah, 2020 Trump. And then, hi Andrea. When people think of addiction, most people will think alcohol, drugs. Most people will do that. So I've wrote down here a few things. So in the chat, when you think of addiction, or what comes into your head, like how many addictions, how many different addictions is there out there? Because there's lots. So when you think addiction, what do you think? Just out of curiosity to, what people think. And just stick it in the chat. And then I'll read mine out off my list. Drugs, love, endless pursuits. Come on, everybody, join in the chat. It's interactive. I might be writing a big long list out, I don't know. I'm just watching the chat a minute before I read mine out. Money. You've been in rehab, is that what you're saying? But yeah, but what? I'm not talking about rehab, I'm just saying, when I say addiction, what do you think? What are the words that come up? Because if you've had addiction, you can put, what coffee. Long time ago. Yeah. But what do you naturally think? Yeah, sugar. Yes, that's a massive one. That's one of the biggest addictions out there because it's in everything. That's like cocaine. Do you know what I mean? It's white. Do you know what I mean? But it is in a sense because it's in everything and everyone's addicted to it. Well, most people are. It's in foods you wouldn't even think it was in. Screens. Yep. It's all hyperhypnosis. Sorry, I'm just checking chats. Phones. Yeah. So Joining in shortly, just parking car. Oh, hi, Mary. Just parking the car. Repeating the same thing but expecting a different result. Is that make? Yes, it does make sense, D'Angelo, because that's what we're trying to get out of. When that's like, manifesting. If you don't change up your shit, you get the same shit. But I'm going to read out what I got down for addictions, and there's probably loads more. I got drugs, drink, alcohol, sex, food, sugar, food with sugar. Drink can be alcohol and things like coffee, like caffeine. TV, like you were saying, screens and whatever, going along with phones. Hi, Rachel Pixie. Shopping. Some people have addiction to shopping. Exercise. So some people that go over the board with exercise. I remember watching a woman on TV ages ago, because I don't watch TV now. This American woman, and she was just like basically exercising every hour under the sun. It was like, Jesus. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, that could be well, yeah, drugs, Daniel, and it's good that people can be open. Cleaning, you get you've seen them programs where people are just cleaning addicts. They just clean, and that's chemicals you're spraying all over the house, by the way. And there's probably lots more, but I see all those addictions as a masking and a cover up, and obviously, I'll tell you in a minute with the big pharma stuff as well. People are addicted to not just drugs as in what you'd think of, like someone just said then, heroin or I don't know, cocaine or whatever. And to the extremes, you've got big pharma drugs as well. People are addicted to like, what you call it? Is it like headache tablets and certain stuff, because they have opioid stuff in. That's why Trump was getting rid of all that, because it gets people addicted and then they can spiral down. So it was just a little chat on that, and then a few other things after that. So personally, I see, to me, it's a cover up of issues and past issues, trauma, rejection, and what else did I put? And yeah, cigarette smoking, and yeah, people are addicted to drama, and see, people don't think they're addicted to things, but mostly you may be addicted to something. Do you know what I mean? So it's not just that thing of, oh, that person's addicted, that person's an alcoholic, that. But lots of people are, like I said, sugars in everything. Trumpus Eve. Oh yes, I'd be addicted to Trumpus Eve. But what I'm trying to say is, to me, it's a cover up, because a lot of people I know, in the past and stuff like that, as we know, we all, like, I used to be, not so much now, used to be an emotional eater. So if I felt bad, because it's all about your feelings, I would, get some chocolate or a cake, when you binge a bit, because it makes you feel good when you're eating it, but you feel crap after. And that's a bit like if you drink to excess, the hangover's shit. If you take drugs, the coming down off that's going to be shit. It's the same thing. You eat too much sugar, like, keeps you up, and then you crash. So to me, it's all the same. You go shopping, a lot of women and men are addicted to whatever sort of shopping, buying, spending. When they go shopping, that you love going shopping and buying yourself things because it makes you feel better. You've got the next fashion or whatever. I don't bother with that. The next fashion. You get home and you think, what have I spent all that money on? It's not actually made me feel any better. It did at the time. It always does at the time. But then after, you're trying to fill your life with something that isn't fulfilling because you're not going within. Love it on the nails as well. Yeah, this is for tomorrow. I always going to be attempt at calming the nervous system, in my opinion, but they taught me lots of helps me today to avoid mind control. What helps you avoid mind control? But yeah, I'm just trying to say, and there's nothing wrong in that, because we've all probably been addicted to something, but to me, it's a cover-up of actually getting to the root core of, like I said, covering something or issues that have happened in the past that you don't want to come up, or past traumas and rejection. Hi, Sky. Hi, everyone in chat. Tobacco was the biggest one that I gave up nearly 3 years ago. Okay, and alcohol 15 years ago. Yeah. But I still need my cannabis. Yeah, and I know people have cannabis. I know people who do. I just think it's all in balance. I know people who have a little bit of it, and the oils especially now, because we've got my mum some oil for Christmas, so I'm not saying it's bad, because she just doesn't, she can't switch off. She cannot switch off. She's always thinking of the future. It's like, no, you don't need to be doing that. And then emotional eating, yeah, that was mine. Coffee, sugar, internet use, yeah. And you know, I know people, hi water bearer, I know people who, no, you won't. Like I know people who just have it at night time just to switch off, because I find it hard to sleep. I mean, bloody hell, maybe I should try it, do you know what I mean? But, as I don't feel like I sleep, but then again, Q did say those who know won't sleep. I'm just saying. So, just trying to, is this, I just don't know if it needs to be higher up or lower down or what. So, what was I saying then? Just looking in chat. Yeah, it just covers things up. It masks things. And you're not getting to the root core of what the actual real thing is that's underlined under that. And oh yeah, cannabis. Yeah, and I just think it's in balance, because I've known people who have smoked it a lot. This was like people I knew when I was in my 20s, and I never touched the stuff. I didn't really do drugs. I didn't smoke cigarettes, because I just used to look at people and think, I don't want to follow the crowd, so I didn't. And I'm glad I didn't, because there's a lot of people who try not to, so I didn't. I can be addictive, because I'm quite addicted to my art and crafting, you know. I do that sort of stuff to get out of my way. But I didn't. I used to drink like you do when you're a teenager and as you get older, and that's why I don't drink a lot now, because it was like being possessed. And entities do get in when you drink a lot. It's like being possessed. That's why alcoholics, you will, you know, people don't normally like you when you're really drunk, because it's like an evil you has took over. And I used to get quite aggressive if I'd go out and have a lot to drink. So I learned that I don't really like it. 33 and chatting 7. What a coincidence. No coincidences. And now I don't drink. I don't have it in the house. Not that I was an alcoholic or anything. That was just when you go out, when you're young and you drink a bit stupidly. But I don't really like the taste of alcohol. I don't have it in the house. If I do, like I think I did the other weekend or so ago, I just have a little bit of wine, and I know when I've had enough, and I'm just like a bit, you know, piddly, as I call it, like a bit tipsy, not overly drunk or anything, just tipsy, happy, and that's it if I do. But it doesn't really bother me anymore. I'm quite happy in myself, you know, and looking at other things that, well, you know, the sort of things I'm into. My friend has smoked cannabis since 60s. His brain is very slow now. Yeah, and I'm sorry, I have seen that in a lot of people. So much as people will say it's good, I think it depends how much balance it is. Hi, Effie, because like I said, I knew someone in my 20s who used to smoke it every day, near enough all day. Talk about kill your brain cells off. Just not functioning all cylinders, do you know what I mean? So, but I do understand people use it as medicine as well, and to calm them down a bit, and I'm not surprised with what's going on. Yeah, all in moderation, exactly. And it is all about moderation, as this we go back to balance, but a lot of it is to do with trying to mask something. Come here, have a glass wine in Vegas, yeah. Trying to mask stuff, because a lot of people don't know who they are. And I see a lot of that. I've seen a lot of that throughout my life, watching people doing that sort of stuff. Watching me, like, when I used food as a coping mechanism, as in just emotional, because I'm quite emotional. So, yeah. And like I was saying this morning, because we're told, and this is all to me, all the addictions are put out there, you know, the TV, like I said, drugs, drinks, sex, food, sugar, games, TV, phones, exercise, clean, everything, all of them are put out there by them, you know, the controllers, especially Big Pharma, to basically fuck our minds up, sorry for swearing, but not sorry for swearing, to dumb us down, to get you not functioning properly on all cylinders of other things that might be around, especially tuning into your higher self. I mean, it's not that you can do some stuff, as in medicine drugs, as in plant drugs that open you up to stuff. We know about that, talked about that before. I'm not really talking about that. I'm saying like synthetic and other stuff. But I even think too much of that, even plant stuff that people do to open themselves. So I think if you're having too much of it, that's not in balance either. And I was speaking to someone a bit ago, we were talking about ayahuasca, and they were talking about, certain things you can do. And I even heard someone say once, some people who are quite open naturally might do them bad to go on them sort of things because it can take you back down again because it is one of them things where it does bring all your demons out, which is really just the things within you that are restricting you and you're not releasing from, like I said, past life, past trauma, past whatever it is. Yeah, alcohol, spirits. Yeah, that's why they call alcohol spirits, because you can get entities stuck to you. And the more you do that, if you become an alcoholic, that's where all that entities comes in, because it's never really you and you're not in control. And when you think of addiction, I'm not looking in chat at the minute because I'll get distracted. I think of addiction as restriction. It's restriction of you connecting to your higher self to function on all cylinders, because that's what they don't want you to do. And then when you look at the word restriction, obviously it says a limiting condition. It is a limiting condition because you're not really looking at the problem of an issue, because that's why you're using food, drugs, drink, sex, whatever it is, it's all to pull you down. And then when you look at that, the limitation of control or of someone or something, and then when you look in the words of the meaning, they've got is it diminution or something? A permanent diminution in value. You're not valuing yourself either. There was something else. What was it? Oh yeah, there it is. Latin, and then it goes down into like origin, Latin, Old French, Latin. I think Latin. To bind, fast, confined. So it's confining you, it's fasting you, it's binding you to stay in a lower frequency, because we all know it is. No one can say it's not, because it is. All natural plants are alkaline, up, down. Yes, but that's what I was just saying about, we know about plant medicine, we know that's good because it's from earth, but I think too much of too much good stuff can be, it's all got to be balanced. But yeah, but I'm just talking about the stuff they push, that's why they have, for instance, all the porn stuff out there to get people into that. When that's quite like a dynamic thing when you actually look into what it actually, the energy, 33 and 11, if you're putting yourself out there, just to put yourself out there, sleeping with people you don't know who might have entities attached to them, you can catch entities off them as well, and other things as well. But there's all that sort of stuff, and it makes sense when you look into it. So no one can really say they've never been addicted to anything, because most people say, oh, well, I'm not addicted to drugs, or I'm not addicted to drink. No, but you might have been addicted to shopping, cleaning, gaming, TV, whatever it is. We all have them. And this is another thing about us all letting go, of certain addictions. Never even been drunk on no drugs, as I've always needed to be in control. Don't want anyone to control. I mean, there's two sides of it, because there's that thing as well of, like, with the plant issue thing, is some people want to be in control. Like, my mum's very controlling in a sense, wants to be in control, but sometimes that stuff can open you up to different things that, like I said this morning, that are around you that some people don't know that are around you. Most of may do in chat, how you're connected to everything, omnipresence and all that. But not that I'm really talking about that side of it, because that's like a good side, but I still think too much of it can be, it's got to be in balance. Oh, is there a horse race on? Yeah, it won't exist while the rubbing shoulders during the horse race. Yeah, there's certain things that it doesn't exist, does it? It's like that 6 rule, isn't it? The 6, if the 6, it exists. If the 7, it doesn't. Oh, did you? I crashed my Mercedes on opioids. That's what I mean. And it can be very damaging to people's lives. And when people are doing certain stuff, they can blame others around them when it's not them. It's you, whatever anyone's doing, not taking responsibility for, you know, bringing up certain situations, talking about it and dealing with it and dealing with that situation and letting it go. That's why I say again, all this stuff is about releasing and letting go. Yeah, we're made to feel good, but a lot of this made to feel good stuff is fake. Like I say, a lot of people, you know, we come into this world, we fall asleep and we think that life is about work, 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 sleep, work, work, well, work, what is it? Work, eat, sleep, repeat, or whatever it is. And that's all they think it is, and it's not. And it's, oh, make money, make money, make money, work, work, work. And then it's like, as long as I get a holiday once a year, or whatever it is, that'll make me happy. What? You should be happy every day. Near enough. You should be tuning into yourself and your surroundings around you and bringing in that joy, bliss every day and doing a lot of what you love, like I'm always saying, and being childlike and having fun, getting out there in nature. It shouldn't be. That's what they want us to do. We all know this. That's why people think this, because, you know, I used to. It's that, no, we must work, work. We didn't. Do people really think we came here, we remained made divine beings, right, to work? Work, 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 sleep, work, 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 work. Oh, it's all right if we can save our money up, you know, that we have to work hard for to go on 1 or 2 holidays a year. What? And you've got to keep working, working, working to get. It's not about that. Yes, we put action into things we want to do in a physical form because this is what this physical body's for. But it's not about that. It's not about that. Dolly, I go from one addiction to another. Yeah, we all do it. You know, you could be addicted to someone's channel. You could be, I mean, we're probably all addicted to channels at the minute because we're all watching what's going on with, you know, with what's about to go down tomorrow. I'm a bit addicted to Trump at the minute, but that's a good addiction. But it's all in balance. It's all in balance. Yeah, slave planet, exactly. Yeah, bring on the golden age. And this is why I say, when we go into this golden age and all is going to be up earth, because this is what I'm saying about all this, like, not dealing with your inner demons and rejection and stuff. It's being up earthed. It's going to be up earthed the more this Trump comes out. This Trump comes out, because I looked at that. The more all the truth comes out with Trump and everything that's going on with all this stuff, the earth, people of earth are going to see the demons come out of themselves. They're going to see all the stuff they thought they forgot about, because it's going to unearth it. But it needs to, because we need to release, like I said the other day, this is how we have a new earth without shitty addictions. Let's have some nice ones, but you know, so people can learn how to understand themselves again. Because like I said the other day, this just isn't about learning about the higher connection to source and your higher self. It's also remembering about you here on earth in a physical body, learning how to be human again and learning how to function without all this stuff. And people will start purging off stuff. And I had a friend around today who said she was sick the other day and she went to this spiritualist and she just told me all these things. It was really good and she was being sick. She felt like it was a purge. I said, exactly, you're going to start purging slowly off certain things. Some of you might have been realising now you're going off certain foods, or, you know, you're trying to get off the coffee or whatever it is. Voyagers, yeah, I've heard of that. Yeah. So, you know, but like I say, they know that. That's why they get as addicted to stuff. That's why they want people, you know, young children, young kids, the younger generation addicted to certain celebrities because they're always pumping crap out, and then the kids think it's trendy to do this, and this. We all know why it's there. But that's why I think with a lot of stuff that's been unearthed now and is going to be unearthed now, a lot of people who are, don't anyone be offended, hi, it's going to trigger them off again with certain situations, or people might want to run to the whatever addiction it is that they were still using or were using as a coping mechanism. But to me, I don't think that's the right way. We've got to be learning to do this without the mechanisms you used before, because as who said in chat before about the what's the saying about old patterns, you get the same outcome. So that's only going to drag you down again. It's not looking at the core the inner core, hi Susie Q, situation. And this is why this is going on in the 3D, because we have to look at the core shit that's been going on. And that's why people get depressed, as I said before, and people get depressed, you know, and then they start using something to cover that depression up because they're not looking at the core, what's the word? Why can't I say it? The core problem. And as I said before, depression is because you're depressed, you become heavier in soul, just heavier, depressed, everything's pressure, you're being pressed down, you're not, you know, letting go of stuff. That's how you become lighter. People are scared to truly look at themselves and what it is that they had to go through, because it's not nice. It's not nice to go back to the past, or maybe something you're going through now, to look at that situation of abuse, or we've all been abused in different ways, whatever it was that you had to take that substance for, to cover up something, as I said, for deep trauma, covering it up of some sort of rejection in your life, our lives, you know. We've all been through something. You've had trauma somewhere, and people use different mechanisms to deal with it. We've been programmed with patterns. Yeah, it's unlocking that programming. Yep, by changing those patterns. Exactly, Susie Q. So if you think, when all this stuff comes out, if there's anyone who's a bit weak-willed, and I don't mean that in a bad way, and they're going to think, oh my God, I need to go back to the whatever was helping them before. If that's an old pattern, it's not going to work, because you need to be, eventually, I think, you know, when we start to heal, we all become blissful, mostly every day, in the naturalness of omnipresence, organic, not taking synthetic stuff and stuff that isn't, fingers are tingling, talking the truth there, synthetic stuff that is only masking the struggle within you. You know, I don't drink, I don't watch TV, I'm not addicted to sugar. I still am addicted to sugar, I can say that, because it's in foods, and you know, I try not as much as I was, because I just think, you know, we're slowly starting to come off something, you know, and that's why we can't judge everybody, because everyone's addicted to something. Like I said, if you've just come in, when you think of the word addiction, what do you think of? I wrote down drugs, drink, sex, food, sugar, you know, sugar's in everything. That's one of the major, massive things. And then people get diabetes. They label your diabetes, you're having too much sugar, basically. Do you know what I mean? Alcohol turns to sugar. Gaming, TV, phones, shopping, exercise, cleaning. There's tons of it. You know, there's tons of it. So we can all say we've been addicted to something, you know. I'm addicted to trying to research what's going on. And now I'm traumatized too, see? No matter what you do, you get traumatized. Well, that's a good traumatizer in a way, because as we know, we go through things in life and we can hit rock bottom, but it's how you deal with it. And we all know when you hit rock bottom, you rise. And it takes strong people to realise what their addiction is and start crawling out of that pit again. Not blaming other people and trying to blame other people, because that's what a lot of people do, you know, when they're I don't know what you call it, going cold turkey with any of that. They still want to get angry because they want to use a tool, and you know, they blame other people, and that's why it's, people must go within and start tuning into themselves. You know. Oh, Effie knows. He put a laughing thing, because we always say the whole research thing is valuable, but it's just to be aware. Once you're aware of what's going on, that's why when people go, oh, have you seen this? I'm like, I don't watch too much now, because like I keep saying, I can see what's happening, and it's about doing the inner work. Everything now, from now on, from tomorrow, if you're not learning already, the boom, What's going to, it's about you. And I've got a really nice quote here. It's about you and releasing and letting go, not blaming others around you, looking at yourself and taking responsibility for what you've, what's happened. Things happen for a reason. It's how you deal with it. So that's why I say the universe speaks to you all the time. And like I've said before, for an example, if you go for a job, for example, yeah, he is. Yeah, we all know that truth seeker. If you go for a job and like you're like, oh, I'm going for this job. You go to the job and you don't get it, and you go in a bit of a spiral, like, oh my God, I thought that was going to be my dream job. Maybe it's because, eventually you might have gone for that job, and you might have found out 2 months later it wasn't what you thought it was. You didn't like the people there, or the boss was really on your back all the time. You just got to look at it like, well, another better job will, come up, and the person who got that job's the person for that job. If you just go in a downward spiral about it, getting depressed about it, that's when you might start using things in this, that, and the other, and then that just goes in a spiral again. So that's a passion, not an addiction. What's a passion? What's a passion? What you all saying in chat? Yeah. Just trying to look at chat. Yeah, addiction to caring for others. Yeah, I must admit I'm addicted to that one. Everyone in chat only seems addicted to Trump winning and your channel. Amazing attitude. Nothing negative like harmful issues. No, Michelle, I'm only bringing this up because I see a lot of people who are addicted to certain things, and I'm not out of that bandwave or whatever you call it, because like I said, I've used food as an addiction, as the comfort of, there's many different things and stuff like that. But why I've brought this up is, like I said, people need to stop blaming each other, because what's coming now is you need to start fixing yourself, sticking yourself back together, and trying looking for holistic therapeutic remedies and medicines that can help you that way, instead of all the stuff they've put out to dumb you down, kill you off slowly, but it is still to kill you off, make you feel depressed so you get on more pharma. We all know how it goes. Yeah, Susie Q, so that's what I mean. No one's really out of that addiction thing. No one can say they've come into this world and never been addicted to anything. They can't, because it's people might go, yeah, well, I haven't been on drugs or drink or this, that, and the other, but you might have been addicted to something else. There's people who like to control other people. There's so many great things. Yeah, meditation is a great solution, because medicine, that's when you go within and you start tuning into you and your higher self, and the energies around you and all that. That's how I see it. That's why, some people, like I said before, with the work, people realise this when you start tuning into your higher self, is, when we're younger, we're like, yeah, we want to go out and party, let's go clubbing and you get drunk and all that. And then it's always that thing of, oh, we work all week to get to the weekend, like that song, weren't there a song? To get to the weekend, to get drunk, to take drugs, whatever it is anyone's doing, to cop off, whatever it is. Hey, 2 days, through the week. Well, then back to work. Oh, we've got to make money just for the weekend. No, your week should be a beautiful place that you're in as well. Every day should be. That's why sometimes, I can just be. I can just sit and be and just, I don't know, look at a candle in a flame. Look at, put some incense on and look at the smoke swirling around and watching the patterns. I'd be quite content with just watching things other people wouldn't watch, and just get out of my mind space, as in on a natural high. Go out in nature, like, wow, look at them vibrant colours, look at that beautiful flower, vibrant colours in my garden today, even though we're in November, and it's like, them flowers look vibrant, my grass is really green still. The sky at night's beautiful, it's so calming. The sun this morning, the 10 minutes that I got of it, Because remember when I said it felt very calm and then it went really windy? Calm before the storm. Woo! And tuning into all the things around you instead of tuning into the TV. I mean, I know we're all looking for stuff at the minute because obviously we're going to be tuning into whatever platform you're tuning into with the Trump stuff, obviously, because this is a pinnacle thing. This is like history is being made right here, right now, especially tomorrow. But now it's just amazing. Yeah, addiction covers so many areas from drink to sex and many in between. Yep, that's what I've just said. I've said drugs, drink, sex, food, sugar, games, TV, shopping, exercise, loads more. Yeah, I got this ages ago. Got this on representing. Whoop. But like I said, because all this unearthing is going to come up, there's going to be a lot more crap that might come up within you, me, everybody that we thought we'd maybe depressed down. Well, that's going to just have the lid blown off it, I think. And this is why I say to people, you've got to start meditating, tuning in, whatever that meditation is to you. You don't have to be sitting. You could be just going out in nature. That's, what did I hear today? That is, where did I read it today? Is it in this book? Because I've got a few books. Is it in this book, Dr. Emoto? Who said something about Japanese forest bathing? Meaning going out in nature, you know what I mean? Going out in nature is one of the biggest medicines ever. Learning to be with yourself. Some people just want to be like, I've got to be doing something. You don't have to be doing all the time. It's nice to just be. It's nice to just go and sit in your garden and look at them stars. I got my little telescope thing out before. Oh my God. I got on it and I was like, and it's just, stars, is it me? The stars are so much shinier and I think it's what's going on with this shift. And they just look like rainbows. The colours coming off them. I've seen stars before and they just used to look white to me. Now they're like flipping rainbow coloured. Can I ask Dolly, how do you know JFK Jr. is alive? Because I've seen him. I've checked all the rallies. I did videos a few years ago in 2016, the rallies with, I think it was Right Side Broadcasting. I didn't go to certain platforms because you won't see. Behind the Back with the Ruby. There was a guy, Vincent Fusco, but there was two Vincent Fuscos, and he's been at some of the latest ones, holding up a card. And the woman, Caroline, is definitely Caroline, so you can't not say it's him. And he had Ruby pointing, Women for Trump, Ruby written on it. Ruby was the name of his cat, and he had a dog called Friday, and Q used to drop a lot on Friday. Also, there was a whole Ruby, what was the Ruby name? The guy with the connection to his dad's assassination, JFK. He wanted to be an actor. We know people can fake the deaths, and in Q, in one of the Q codes, it said about seals are very, seals are very something creatures. They weren't talking about sea lions, they were talking about Navy SEALs. Marine. Oh yeah, so just saying. But I don't need to explain all that because I've done my work on that, and I don't know. I did say age ago I thought it was going to be this time, but I don't put a time on it now because things happen. It will happen at the right time. And when you do face analysis and all that, and his bottom lip was very prominent here, I'll show you a picture now because it will still be on the net. This woman was seen at the rallies, and there's been a woman who's been lately seeing these big earmuffs on, which looks really weird. And everyone goes, oh, that's definitely Caroline, whatever her name was. Well, if it's definitely her, it's definitely him because she was in the plane. The day before he went in that plane, he had a cast on his leg. You only have to go and find that on YouTube of his last interview and it'll show you. And he said Q in a sentence and he had a cast on his leg. He wouldn't have been flying the plane. There's many links to Q with the Kennedy. It's all about the Kennedys. Let me find it. So I will find you the picture. They may have been taken down off YouTube. I haven't got a clue. I had thousands of people who'd watched them videos where I did numerology and a load of other stuff and put it all together with a shop that I found on Facebook called Vincent Fusco, and it had loads of details in that, and then 2 weeks after it disappeared. But I will find you the picture. What was she called now? Is it Caroline? Yeah, Carolyn Bassett. Yeah, so see if I can find it, because I don't think they've took it down. And some of my pictures are on here. This might be my picture from ages ago. I cut some up and put them on. This is the woman that was at a rally in 2016, I think it was, right? Look at her facial features. Loads of you have seen this picture, right? You're telling me that's not the same woman? It's exactly the same woman. She's got Trump round her neck. She's older now, remember, she's aged, so is he. People forget. They go, oh, that is her. She was dressed, that's the woman I saw at the Trump rally, right? With a hat on, pulled over her eyes. They wouldn't have known then, so they didn't know they were looking for certain people because it wasn't put out then. We had to go back and look at that when Trump got in. So this is the woman, right? Look at the nose, look at the mouth, look at the teeth. That is the same woman. Look at the cheeks, look at the ears. That is the same woman. So if she's still about, so is JFK Jr. People laugh, but they don't look into it. Vincent Fusca, there was a guy dressed as this, right? This did make me laugh. Now, they were friends. Trump and JFK Jr. were friends. This person's got a false nose on, you can tell. He also looks like he's got false teeth in. He's got this square lip thing going on, a bit like he's got a mask on. He has also got this prominent... When you actually look and go and do your research of things, this guy was also at... when Trump got in the Trump inauguration, I can never say it, there was a guy with a big silly hat on looking like Where's Wally? That's what they call it over here in America. I think it's Where's Waldo. With a stripy hat on saying Trump 45. The tip of his nose looks different, but you can use prosthetics. People start laughing. It's like, this is what people do. They troll. They've been trolling the media. This guy was at there was someone else that was there that they thought it was, but I think it was this guy. You take the tip off his nose, because it's gone down a little bit, and you can see it's him. He's been playing Where's Wally for quite a long time, trolling the media, but he might be there now because it's safer. It wasn't safe then, but they didn't know then. But when we found out with Q, I went researching and went back to I think it was 2016, 17. They were at the rallies. They've been dressed up as many different things. I'm telling you now, they've been in front of your face. As Q has always said, they've been in front of your face. And Trump's turned round and pointed at him. The woman who is her, he turned round. They were right. They've always been here or here. And that's why there was a Q drop that said ages ago, here, look there, look behind you. If you do your research, you'll see an interview where JFK Jr. Did a whole thing with that with his dad, and the woman said, who was presenting, said, look here, look there. And he looked over his shoulder and he saw his dad. And Trump turned around and he always points at them. They've been dressed up. It's been absolutely hilarious. I've seen them, do you know what I mean? So, and then I'll show you another. So someone said Vincent Fusca's too small, because I think he was about 6 foot. There was a Vincent Fusca decoy, by the way. But I'll show you the pictures because I went through a lot of these when I did my whole research a few years ago. I didn't just sit and let people tell me it wasn't true. I looked. There's this picture from the side. Oh, not that one either, is it? Where is it? Where's the one where he was stood up? See, someone here has done the whole, like... And this Vincent Fusca with the hat on looks a bit like the American clown, Emmett the Clown, when he was a young boy. And there's a story about JFK Jr., his sister and his mum, with Emmett the Clown. All little codes there everywhere. But you're telling me that's not them? They were at a Trump rally. That's her. And he's been trolling us other things. Let me see. Find a better picture. He had this very square, I always look for the lip. You can just tell. Look at these pictures, see? Look at his lip here. He has this very squareness. See here? He's older. He could have a prosthetic nose on. He's got glasses on. By the way, some of the things that he wore, like glasses, were his dad's glasses, if you look into it. So when people tell me, oh, you're mad, I'm like, I've done the research. I don't care what anyone else says. I stand strong in my truth because I have done the research. This was another Vincent Fusca, which looked a bit different to the other Vincent Fusca, and I'll show you. That's a Vincent Fusca. I know this is quite bad, but you can Google this yourself, right? It was at the rally with a load of Trump merchandise. This was the other one that people said isn't him, but he's got a totally different nose. That is a false nose. But the other Vincent Fusca, like I said, because it was two, this Vincent Fusca, look at the hands. He was signalling it's him. He's got a stubble, a wig on his head, a hat. It is him. So when people actually do their research, look at the hands, look at the ears, because the hands and the ears don't lie. It's plain to see. There's Vincent Fusca again. A lot of us did this. We took half pictures. Vincent Fusca. Oh, Joe Biden, go away. You ain't winning. Hang on. Let me put in Vincent Fusca. Vincent Fusca. Fusca. J. So I say about people doing their own research. Don't believe me, just go and do it. What you're saying in chat. Would you ever consider? I don't know. I don't put dates on it anymore, Robert. It will happen when it happens. You know, a lot of people are saying he's going to come in as Pence. That's what a lot of people were assuming a few years ago. I'm just not bothered. I'm just like, I'm patient. That's fine. Whatever. Right, let me try and find. They do think this is the children as well. Was this? I don't know if it was her. I know it was. Yeah, son of JFK Jr. This. There was loads of really weird people in the audience when you look. Who were just stood there. When everyone's like this, they're just like acting really weird. They get noticed because you're like, what are they doing? It was great. Like I said, I did all my research on that. Yeah, this is where they were. We are family, right? She was there. He was there. There's the son. See, people have done this. They've done the homework all over the internet. There they are at the rally. I'll show you again. Yeah, Timber, the Timber song. All the kids and that did the Timber song. When I'm in Timber, do 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 do. So, best is yet to come, folks. That's all I'm saying. I've done my own work. So let me have a look at some other pictures. Trying to find the whole. If they've got a. There he is, holding up. You can't see the sign. Where's the sign? There he is in the audience. Look at the lip. There he is holding the sign up, and that sign, if you actually go and do the research yourself, under there it says Ruby. It says Women for Trump, Ruby. I can't remember what it said on the other side. What does it say? Ruby and Ruby Cute, I think it said. But yeah, it's all out there. Just trying to see if there's another picture. Oh yeah, and there's a Julian Assange one. If you've seen a Julian Assange one, that's proper freaky as well, because there was a guy who was at the rally. We know about the whole thing with Julian Assange and Trump's uncle looks like his uncle, but this was Julian Assange, and there was this old guy in the background, and they were acting weird, and it just looked like, I know people are going to laugh at this, but Julian Assange, this guy, it was really weird. I reckon he was at the rallies. This was before they did the whole, oh, he's here and there and everywhere. I mean, he's in America now, isn't he? But whatever. It's all coming out. They were friends. Do you think they didn't know about the plan? And he didn't know because of his dad. He loved America. He was going in revenge of his dad. You know what I mean? They knew what were going on. Such a beautiful story. And it says here, actually, I'm going to read it out. It says about Donald Trump. It says, if my dear friend Donald Trump ever decided to sacrifice his fabulous billionaire lifestyle to become president, he would be an unstoppable, that's just got tingles on the head, an unstoppable force for ultimate justice that Democrats and Republicans alike would celebrate. John F. Kennedy Jr., The George magazine, 1999, probably before he apparently just died, because it was in 1999. The George magazine was aimed at George Bush. Same. And that Donald Trump has sacrificed his fabulous billionaire lifestyle to help save America, get the people to rise, and also the world, because it's a domino effect, which some people out there, especially in the UK, don't understand. He will be an unstoppable force for ultimate justice that Democrats and Republicans alike, that's a bit like left brain and right brain, will celebrate, because there's good people in the Democrat side. There's bad people in the Republican side. He's washed most of them out. Do you know what I mean? It's not because people were believing in real democracy. So people have got to get over that. When they see what's about to hit now, for all the ones who are still asleep to it, they are going to unite. So maybe you won't have, I don't know, what will happen with, is he the last president, the book The Last President? Whatever. But this is what I'm saying. When you've researched and not just listened to what everyone's saying, because this is what I did. I went and researched over the whole JFK Jr. thing, Caroline, his wife, what happened, the air control tower, the day he went down. I looked at all the interviews. I did my homework. I've got, like I said, I've got many books that I was writing in. I was doing videos. Those who know me, when I came into the Q realm and started doing the biggest thing I was on was, that's why there's a JFK Jr. painting there. A little boy saluting his father like he always knew he was going to get revenge. And that's why I painted my nails Tiffany blue, near enough Tiffany blue, for the energy and what's about to come, because this is my favourite bit in Q is not, I don't mean favourite because there's a lot of horrible stuff. I didn't fixate on all the trauma, because I know it's there. I know it's a part of stuff, like I was just saying about us people with addictions and the traumas and that we're trying to release. I don't stay in that, because if you do stay in Q, in the rabbit holes, and you don't come out, that's where, in a sense, people call it a psyop. Q isn't a psyop, but if you stay in the rabbit holes, you're not going to move forward. The biggest energy I loved was Trump, because if nobody doesn't know, at the beginning of Q, when it came out to the masses, it was signed a number which came to the initials of Donald J. Trump. It wasn't signed by Q at the beginning. And the biggest energy of him, what's going on now, and this is my excitement, is and their family, and a lot of people can say, oh, they were part of this, they were part of that. Yeah, well, remember what you read in mainstream media, and there's a lot of people out there who say they research, and they just research mainstream media and then go, yeah, but I've researched. No, you haven't. Yeah, she's the same person, nose, teeth, smile, exactly. So it's out there if people want to see it. People who don't want to see it won't see it. And then it says on here, Donald Trump, again, because obviously, 2 days following the attacks of 9/11, Donald Trump was at Ground Zero with hundreds of workers that he paid for out of his own pocket. And this is what I mean, how you can help if you've got money, to all the shite asses out there, because this is about Trump, remember, who go against him. Oh, he's rich. Oh, he's this, that and the other. Yeah, he's helping though, isn't he? Right? Who put his money in his own pocket to help find and identify victims. This was many years before he would even think of running for president. We know he got asked many times before and he said, I don't know, I'm not sure, maybe at the right time. Well, it is the right time for president. He's been supporting the America he loves for decades. But you will never see these kinds of stories from the liberal media. Boom. Yeah, I got that off eBay ages ago. You know what I mean? People just want to see what they want to see. They won't research. They won't listen to another perspective. They don't want to do it. They feed into all the bullshit Zionist crap that a lot of people, like them people who've been trolling me, feed into, because they think that they're talking to people in America that know the shit and they don't know the shit. People think because I'm from the UK, I don't know my shit. I do know my shit. I probably know more shit about American stuff than some people in America know the shit. At the minute, with all the Trump stuff going on and the JFK Jr. thing, when you actually look on it and actually look into the point that his dad and mum met on Q Street and there was something else with the Q sign and the Q signs, it is absolutely bonkers, you know? Yeah, they are spellbound. Exactly. They don't want to research. So this is why no one can tell me anything. I'm getting in that energy. Even my fella said, no one can tell you anything because you think you know it all. I went, I don't think I know it. I don't mean I know everything. I do know quite a lot about the mechanism of how that works, what the media have done, how they play on people like Trump, the good people, and twist it, as we all know. And what the hell is actually going on with what's about to happen now, how they're going to either, if Trump didn't win, which he'll win by landslide, and even if he didn't, because they'll put lies out, he does, but they'll put lies out, it doesn't matter. They're still going to get seen in the shit. They're going to get seen for voter fraud and whatever is going to come out. But that's why it's going to be exciting tomorrow to see how it happens. Here's another one. Is it this one? Oh no, that's the... This is another Kennedy, Robert F. Kennedy. Every time we turn our heads the other way, when we see the law fluted, I think it says, fluted, when we tolerate what we know to be wrong, when we close our eyes and ears to the corrupt because we are too busy or too frightened, when we fail to speak up and speak out, we strike a blow against freedom, decency and justice. Well, that's what's going on now. People just want to close their ears and close their eyes of what's going on. And that's why the shit is coming out, because it has to be seen, as Q said. The people can't be told, they have to be seen. Look at that for a quote. I will read it again. And people go, oh yeah, but he was bad, he was this. Stop feeding into the bullshit. And this is why I say I stand up and I shout this stuff out. Every time we turn our heads the other way, when we see the law fluted, I think that's what it says, when we tolerate, a lot of people do, when we tolerate what we know to be wrong, that's why people, 17 thumbs up, that's why people will say, oh, you've got to do a job and blah, blah, blah. Well, if you knew a job was nefarious and you knew it was like people work in call centres, yes, I know people need a job, but people who work in call centres who know that they're conning people, trying to con people out of certain things, and you know that, to me, that's wrong. I'd rather clean toilets out than be knowingly knowing that you're conning people. Do you know what I mean? So every time we turn our heads the other way, when we see the law fluted, when we tolerate what we know to be wrong, when we close our eyes and ears to the corrupt because we are too busy, that's distraction, with all the things out there, like I said, what we think we should be doing, like all the things, that's distraction, you know what I'm talking about. Too frightened because people are in fear, and that's the mainstream media puts you in fear, to speak out. We strike a blow against freedom, decency and justice, because that's what's happening with the whole pandemic thing. People are in fear. People are in fear to speak out. They're in fear to oh, I'm going to get a fine. You're not going to get a fine. You don't have to pay it. There's ways around it. You wouldn't get a fine. That's against freedom. And that's why we're speaking out now. And that's why this shit is going to be seen. And like I said, that's why a lot of people in the spiritual community want to bypass it. It's not going to be bypassed. Magenta Pixie. Yeah, Magenta Pixie's great. I love her too. Big the Magenta Pixie up a lot. That other side hate her as well. Magenta Pixie video was talking about that, Dolly. Oh, what's she talking about? I've not seen the last one. That the MSM may like. Yeah, they will do. We all know this. This is how they play the game. If you think, we know he's going to win. He's already won. But if for some reason, even if he wins, the mainstream media will probably come out and say, no, he didn't get enough. We know how it works. But they're still going to get caught in the lies. So don't worry about it. They're still going to get caught. It's still going to be seen. And everybody will know as well, if you've seen the rallies and how many people are at the rallies, it's bullshit if you didn't. And if you've seen Joe Biden's rallies, I haven't even got words for Joe Biden's rallies. He can't even speak properly anyway. Do you know what I'm saying? So Trump waited to go for the 45th president. Yes, he did. Yeah, number of number of God, 9. Yeah, exactly. And this is why they say it's biblical. It's biblical on lots of senses. That means massive as well, but the biblical, it's just absolutely, I'm going to lose my shit tomorrow. It'll probably be Wednesday, but just the excitement of how it's going to play out. Are they going to do this? They'll still get seen anyway. What shit are they going to throw out? Let's just go to the news now on my phone just to see what crap they're trying to distract people with. Oh no, it's not that one. I thought they'd just put something out about flipping. Right, so what have we got going on? Sacha Baron, well, we all know who you are. Sacha Baron Cohen reveals a nerve-wracking encounter while in disguise as Trump. He's been trying to put the shit out about, what's his face? Ruby Giuliani, trying to say he was doing something with a girl. He wasn't. He was tucking his pants in. But it's funny how that's just recently coming out and pushed out quickly. Can't think why. Nothing to do with the election. For God's sake. Just seen a fear-mongering thing there. Algorithm spots COVID cough in audio to humans. I mean, oh my fucking God. What the fuck? Sorry. I'm not sorry for swearing. Right, here we go. The algorithm developed in the US has correctly identified people with COVID-19 by only the sound of their coughs. Right. Have you seen the film they've put out? Let's go to the film they've put out. Fear-mongering shite asses. This will be over soon. Oh, yeah. Are we ready? Have you seen the film they've put out called Songbird Trailer? Should we watch it? And I really don't care. Let's watch this. Trying to brainwash people. Because this is how they want it to go. And this is why people need to wake up. But it doesn't really matter because they've got everything. Right, hang on. Here we go. Watch this. New film.
Good morning, Miss Garcia.
Good morning, sunshine. I miss you. I could kiss you right now.
Sunday.
Curfew is now in effect. All unauthorized citizens
This
must
is what they
stay
wanted.
indoors.
Tensions rise as we enter the 213th week of
A
lockdown.
grim new reality emerges.
COVID-23 has mutated.
COVID-23?
Thermal scan normal.
A horrifying new development
New
today.
data confirms the virus attacks the brain tissue.
It does affect the brain tissue because it's the mind that they're going after when you're in fear.
Oh, I'm immune! I'm immune!
Worldwide death toll rises to over 110 million.
All infected Americans are being forced into quarantine camps.
Quarantine camps, that's what they want you thinking.
Sarah, what's going on?
Fear mongering to the highest.
Sarah, talk to me.
I think my neighbor has a fever.
It'll be so much easier if you just open the door. Mrs. Grant, you have visitors.
Sarah, please. Sarah, open that door. Sarah, do not open that door.
Beginning thermal scan. 3, 2, 1.
Beginning thermal scan. Been detected. Not playing all of it because I'm not feeding into it. Beginning thermal scan. What they've just said there about the algorithms, putting everyone in fear because you think when the military are coming in, they're coming in after you, but they're not coming in after you. Stopping rioting. You know what I mean? Fear, fear, fear. Yeah, 1984, but it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Yeah, not in my reality. It's not going to happen. They push all this. It's an illusion to put people in fear. So the stuff that they're hearing next, you know, or military coming in this and it's shit. Oh, let's see. US election 2020. Biden and Trump in pivotal Pennsylvania and tight polls. Tight, amid tight polls. It's not tight with you, mate. It's not tight with you, Biden, at all. At all. What's this? Let's see what else of rubbish they've got out. Right, why does it say here? Well, we know why. Say hello to spooky SpongeBob in a new horror film. Come play for kids. Brilliant. Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson, the Beatles. Does Michael Jackson still own every song by the Beatles? Is Michael Jackson actually dead? I don't know, I'll put that one out there. Rick and Morty season 5 is actually on schedule for once. That's funny because Rick and Morty has a lot in it. The latest coronavirus infection rates of all 10 Greater Manchester boroughs. Really? That's what I say. It's just a load of shit, basically. Lockdown. MP warns UK. Masks. Medical disaster without action. What's that? Boris Johnson says lockdown rules will expire on the 2nd of December. We ain't going into Christmas with it. Expire. You're about to see what's going to happen. Oh my God. Yeah, there was something about Johnny Depp and certain stuff trying to distract as far as I can see. Yeah, there's just a load of crap in the news as usual because that's all it is. Nigel Farage is in Washington. Yes, he is, and he's bigged up Trump. He went when Trump first got in. He bigged him up. He flew over, and he's gone over again and said that he's a very courageous, brave man. He is very brave, and this is why I say what I read out before about that little Trump quote with JFK Jr. saying about he sacrificed his billionaire lifestyle. Realise the people out there who think they're very clever and are shouting out, I've done this and I've done that. You haven't had the money to do it. You haven't had the military behind you to do it on a mass scale. I don't know where people's heads are at. There's a lot of this righteousness of like, we've been doing it for ages. We were shouting out about paedophiles. You know, we were doing this, we were doing that. That's good. That's good on a little level, but it needed to be on a mass level because it's worldwide. And you need the money, you need the military, and you need patriots. You need a massive, big alliance to go after that. And that's what's happening. It's not just the little groups now. It's mass. It's mass. Do you think he's next UK Prime Minister? Whatever happens, it'll be somebody good because the people will be voting whoever in. Nigel's good. There's loads of people that I know that want to go stand in for stuff. So I guess we'll see. You know, because the government is supposed to work for the people. We're supposed to tell them what we want. And Trump, the only reason you've got a president in the United States of America is because you're a corporation. Every business has a president. Abracadabra, it's funny you've said that. I've been watching something about that today. It's the form of a make phrase, which means I will create, I speak. Yes, I've been watching... It was on the Mark Atwood when the guy that talked about that. Yes, and it is because you do create when you speak words. You know, or that word. But hang on. Wow. Oh, hang on. What's going on? So, yeah. What we all saying in chat. The whole of the UK government will be taken out over the next few months. Yeah, it's just like I say, it's already happening, but tomorrow's the pinnacle, and then you're just gonna see it all flop, 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 flop. You know, no matter what they try and spin on it, the last place they were taken down, the last thing they were taken down was mainstream media, so they can do what they want. Yes, I've seen how they will arrest Trump. I'm like, for what? But they won't arrest Trump because he hasn't done anything. You know what I mean? They've got all the evidence on everything and everything. So, like you said, we've got everything, you know? I'm more excited to see how it happens, like what's going to go on. You know, if we see it and then all of a sudden like, no, and how the news is going to report on it and like how the energy of tomorrow is going to be amazing. I've just seen... I'll show you a video in a minute of Charlie Freak was on the Dharma Life podcast, which I actually, a critical thinker, I know you were over there, I saw you. I actually, where is it now? Oh wait, it's it. I actually was in her group on Facebook because this is her Facebook, follow your highest excitement. But I came out of it because you have got to do the work, but I've actually got the book off somebody, the thing off someone. But when I got into it, I knew what the Dharma was. Your Dharma is your bliss, is to follow your bliss. You focusing on you and your bliss, but putting action behind it, when manifesting with the action behind it, as following your true bliss that makes you happy. And focusing on that, like I said the other day, people shouldn't be focusing on me like someone was the other week. Focus on what truly makes you happy, and that will flow in more and more in so many synchronicities and everything. That's what we're trying to do next after this. That's what you should be doing now, is you're aware of all this, what's going on. But you need to move into your bliss, your Dharma. What do you think, Dolly? Trump wins, announces. I haven't got a clue. I can't really say what's going to go on, because we do like to, what's the word? We do like to say what we think's going on. I've done it before and not got it wrong, just didn't happen on that day, and then it happened another time, because you've got to remember the dark forces are thrashing about. They're going down whatever, but they're not giving up, as they go down. So I don't know. There's lots of rumours of people going, oh, this is going to happen. We heard about JFK Jr. ages ago, maybe the switch around with Pence will come in. It could be, but we don't know, because we don't really know, how that's going to turn out. I'm just like, I don't want to know. I want to be surprised. I'm not really, we know good things are coming. We know the best is yet to come. We know the last is going to be magical, like was said. So I'm just like letting it happen as it should do. There might be a few things that had to change a little bit, because there might have been a few things that, did get a little bit behind or whatever, because, when they started realising what was going on, that they try and put a spanner in the works every time. That's why you'll see the most shitty news tomorrow, trying to distract people who are asleep in the muggle world of, oh, look at this celebrity doing blah, 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 blah. And it's like, oh, let's all look over there. Well, that's not what's going on, is it? That's why I'm hoping to. Don't think the timing is right to get rid of the MSM. I don't mean get rid of the MSM. I mean, they're going to have to be reporting on something, but they still might have to be seen following the shit, because the last one was Israel and the bring down of media, which I think that is sort of Israel in a sense, because that's where people get mixed up with the whole Rothschild things. Well, I haven't seen them about. Don't really, Soros and stuff. It's not the people of Israel. It's like what they were controlling, it's like a lot of people see the Israeli flag and they freak out. It's like, Jesus, Muggle world. Yeah, it's a Muggle world, isn't it? In a loving sense. Yeah, just keep on. Yeah, exactly. Celtic. Just keep focusing on the positive timeline. That's what you've got to focus on. This is what I've been saying. If you're not focused on positivity in your life, that's how, when you get addicted to things, it can pull you down. When you start realising you don't actually need this stuff, you've got you and your inner self, and I can't even bring the words out to say, you can start moving away from all this, where a lot of us are starting to move away from, we don't want to be on certain things. We're realising not to get caught up in certain ping pong games, as I call them, where people want to lower your energy and bring you into their little bubble, dragging you down, trying to drag you down. It's like you're in your bubble, your little tourist field. They want to get in your space, and really say your bubble's just for you because it's your little universe. They want to get in, and then it's dragging you down because the bubble can't float. And you're like, get out, like that. And that's what I say with the load going up the mountain. It's the same thing. If you've got a load of bricks in it, and you're trying to get up that mountain, I'm going to get up there faster than you if I release all my shit and let that load be lighter. Because all that is loads. Everything in your past that you think's defined who you are, and you've let people tell you who you are. A bit like this person the other week trying to tell me who I was, and I'm like, no, I don't think so. I know who I am, so I'll come on here and I'll speak my truth. It's my truth. It might not be your truth. It's my truth. But I'm releasing stuff as well. I've released quite a lot of stuff. There's still little things that I'm trying to, pull myself upon certain times, in the 3D realm, like, oh yeah, remember, them thoughts come in, that's not mine. Oh, do I really have to react like that to that situation? Does it really matter? Because this is what we've been taught to react to this, and this, like this, and this. You should be angry. That there's certain ways to react to things. Like I said, it's all alchemy. That's what we're working out. That we're to alchemize certain situations and that, and our chemicals that bubble up, which mine will be all over the place tomorrow because I'll be so excited. I love our bubble. Yeah, I mean, there's two bubbles going on, isn't there? There's the false bubble, the matrix bubble, let's say. The matrix bubble is the world, the material world that they've projected on us. Because that's why a lot of people say, oh, it's a hologram, whatever you want to believe. I just see it as we have the earth, which is real, Gaia, which is real, organic. And then we have the false one projected on it, which they want us to believe they're crap. And what they're telling us is, normally what they're telling us is the complete opposite. They say salt is bad for you. It's not. Not table salt. I'm talking about pink Himalayan salt, minerals, certain things. They were saying ages ago with the whole cold and everything that vitamin C wasn't good for you. Yes, it is. Normally, if they tell you to do something, I don't mean with the upcoming media that's going to come in, malevolent, do you know what I mean, when all the truth comes out. But, now and in the past, anything they tell you to do the complete opposite. So, hi to anyone who's coming or may have come in. But, yeah, you've got like that bubble going on. So that's the false one. That's the bubble a lot of people don't want popping. A lot of people like being in the 3D realm. Do you know what I mean? They like the little life of work and all that. And it's like, well, you're going to have... It's going to be better though when you do have it popped in the end, because more beautiful things are going to come in where you don't have to do stuff, the way it's been projected on us. I do believe that. It's going to come in slowly. It's not going to be shoved in your face straight away. Hi, Jojo, because this is going to be a shock to the system. It is a shock to the system. It's going to be a good shock to the system, though. In the end, it's going to be over quicker than people realise, and then the healing begins. And this is what everyone's saying everywhere. We know this. Lots of channels are saying it. Vitamin C is extreme. Yeah, of course it is. It's everywhere. This is why we keep going on about healing, and I keep saying day after day, release and let go. Focus on what you love. I love doing my creative stuff, but I love coming on YouTube just talking to people anyway. I've always been a chatterbox. I love that as well. I love my chat. I love you guys. Like I said, you get an energy exchange off me, and I get one off you. As in, and you all get energy exchange in the chat, and it's good. It's good. Dianetics. Oh yeah. Yes, I do want to say as well, this chat's just going everywhere, but that's okay. Dolly, please watch. Can you give me a wrench so I can leave a link? Yeah, so talking about Dianetics, I was over at Camelot before and I was in a bit of their chat, and it was a really good chat if you've seen it. People get triggered by this. Triggered by Dianetics, because they all go, are you a Scientology to John Maplin? Yeah, he is. And the side that was trying to attack me the other week, like, oh, the Scientologist going to Camelot, it's a Scientology, they're saying it. It's like, yeah, because you've probably researched the mainstream media, and then someone came in today and went, Scientology, the CIA got into the blah, 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 blah. Yes. Anything good they try to bring down. We all know that. Do you know what I'm saying? You're welcome. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's a bit like, you need to go research. Try reading the book and, discern for yourself. That's what it's about. Nefariousness got in everywhere. Nefariism, Satanism, Luciferianism. Some people say it's not Lucifer, it's an ism. I don't know, but I'm reading this book. I've got many books to read, so I don't know when I'll get through it. But it's not. It's about Dianetics reveals how the single source of pain, unhappiness, and self-doubt in your life, the reactive mind, and shows you how to get rid of it. I just wanted to read this so I can say what I think of it. But if you're feeling depressed in self-doubt in your life and unhappiness, this is what this book's for. It moves you past that. It connects you back to source. And if you've actually took the time out to go and listen to John when he's told about stories of certain things, especially a friend that was on the other day and he got abused as a child, and then he got into this whole art and stuff, you'll understand. So people shouldn't be regurgitating what they've heard or what they thought they've heard. Just do a bit of research. There's nothing wrong with reading a book. Some people out there, you shouldn't be reading a book, you should be going within. Yes, but you can look and realise what it links up to. Do you know what I mean? Thank you, Critical. Well, Yeah, Michael Govey's trying to extend lockdown. You see, I don't feed into none of the lockdown. I don't watch the telly. lockdown to me lockdown to me will be when someone stood on my doorstep, barricading the door with a gun, and I'm not allowed out. As far as I'm concerned, I'm not in lockdown, and I never was, and I never have been. And I don't look at it. I don't even feed into looking at it. I just carry on doing what I'm doing. Yeah, I love reading books because to me it's organic. I know we use trees, but we can replant. We could use hemp. Hemp's coming back. That's what Trump got in. Hemp, bring in the hemp back, mate. Hemp, great again. Can be used for all sorts. But I don't like Kindles and stuff like that. You know, it's doing things to your eyes and your brain and everything, and the light and all that. So this book it's good. Just let me see. And it's going on about the clay. The clay is here goes me with me dyslexia. The optimum individual is called the clay. One will hear much of that word, both as a noun and a verb. This is in the book going through it. In this volume, so it is well to spend time here at the outset setting forth exactly what can be called a clay. That's when you're clearing mind, body and soul to me. That's what I think it means. The goal of Dianetic therapy. A clay can be tested for any and all of psychosis, compulsions and repressions. It's all about, like I said, what the book's about anyway. And can be examined for any autogenetic self-generated diseases, because it's about getting rid of it. That's why you get diseases referred to as psychosomatic ills. These, because it's all to do with minds. These tests confirm the clear to be entirely without such ills. So if you're clear of illness, you're clear in mind, body and soul. That's how I see it. So this book isn't scary. They will say that Tom Cruise was shot. Oh yeah, he was bonkers. Whether he was into it or not, they'll do that to put you off, like they do with the so-called conspiracy theories. Oh, they're all nutcases. They said the same thing about Dianetics, so that's where people need to get their head out of their own asses and do a bit of researching. You know what I mean? And that's why I'm reading the book, so no one can say to me and doing it, well, it's this, and this, and I'll go, oh, well, it's a bit like Q's really evil, Q's bad. That's funny because it brought me back to me, my higher self, and God. So, what? Depends how you look at things. Like I said before, it's about energy. Like I said before, the Egyptians knew it's science. But some people thought, oh, God, that's magic. It's like, yeah, it's alchemy. It's all the same thing. It's all the same thing. So, I don't know what Jane's talking about. So, all right, okay. I don't know what it is. Don't get frustrated in chat if I can't see you. If I'm on one, I can't see the chat right in front of my face. So, there's lots of positive people doing positive stuff. Let me. Right, if you put it in. So you've just put it in there and it's disappeared. You put, you put this on my orb chat and it's not even there. So what's going on there? You've shared a link that I can't even tap into. They keep doing that, Right, let me see if I can find it in my chat. I can't look at it now, you know what I mean? I've got to go to my phone because I'm on live, so I can't, I've got to go over to my live chat to look at it. So I'm not going to be able to look at it anyway, unless I can find it on here. Right, video. I can't. Guess what? It's not letting me go into it. Can't get into it. Can't get into it. Isn't that funny? Why can't I? Is it because it's like, I don't know. It won't let me get into it, so I'll have to check it out after. Orbs. Oh, Orbs Realm has a link. He had to do it by bit. Oh, okay. So it was Orbs Realm. Yeah, Orb Realm. Okay. What is it? Was it an Orb video? What was it about? Has he seen a lot of energies as well? Orbs Rams. Yeah, it's just not letting me. I've had my button changed down there to up there. There's loads of weird, nefarious things going on. COVID is proven a hoax. Oh yeah, if it's anything to COVID being proven as a hoax, I know that anyway. That's why I take absolutely no notice. We know it's a pandemic, you know, and I don't talk about COVID. I don't talk about it even on air because it's I there's a lot of people that are probably still looking into. I just don't look into it at all. But thanks for putting whatever you've just put in because I can't see it. I can't tap on it. It might be because it's live. I don't know. But yeah, thanks anyway. Oh, by critical, is she just gone? She gone? Yeah. I'll show you. You know, a lot of people, if you don't know, you know, I've got the orbs, and there's a lot of really good orb channels out there. There's Orb Whisperer. Orb Whisperer is great. I don't know if there's one. It's not even letting me flipping write it in there either. Yeah, there's Orb Realm as well, but I don't tend to watch him. Let me see. Is it? Don't know what he's going on about there. Blame me. Yeah, they got orbs on, and then there's the Orb Whisperer is. Oh yeah, there's loads of people reporting on they know it's a sham, but I don't repeat it on here because I know most people do know. But yeah, that's good. You know, but I don't feed into it because I'm trying to talk about healing. Right. Orbs Whisperer. What the hell's happened to the channel? That's not the same channel. That's weird. Or not weird. That's not that person. That's just messed up. Anyway. Yeah, there is a virus. It's called the government and the pharmaceuticals. Exactly. And mainstream media is the biggest virus in the world. That's, you know, that is the virus. What do you think of Charlie Ward? I know you did a Zoom. What about Charlie Ward? See, this is another thing, and that's all right that you put that in there. People just listen to other people. Oh, Charlie Ward's bad, Charlie Ward's this. It's like the people who were having a go at me the other week. Don't like Charlie Ward. Don't like Charlie Freak. Don't like Magenta Pixie. Don't like me. Don't like Sasha Stone. Don't like all them sort of people. That's okay. But people go on about Charlie Ward because they think he's a bit nefarious because, oh, he had a job in money and so what? Charlie Ward, yes, I was on the Charlie Ward show. Charlie Ward, it seems okay to me. I've spoken to him behind the scenes. You know, we didn't have any nefarious energy. But it doesn't matter anyway. Charlie Ward has lots and lots of different people in with different perceptions. And he's always said that's what he wanted to bring. Unbiased. Sometimes he said things that maybe haven't come out or whatever. I don't really, you know, I don't bother with that. I just resonate with what I resonate with. And Sasha Stone's brilliant. He's a true warrior fighter. It's just people hating on other people again. But he puts many people up. So when that goes around, Chinese whispers, oh, I think Charlie Ward's bad. But that's why some people think I'm bad because I went on the Charlie Ward show. It's like, no. And I never said he was bad. I just said, is whatever. All will be seen in the light if that's what people want to think. But he, to me, puts people out on, he's done great interviews with a load of people. He's had a load of different people in with different perceptions to different things. Some, you'll go over there and you might listen to some people like me or somebody else and you might not like what we're saying, get what we're saying. You might not like us. But then there's other people on that you might resonate. You take what resonates with you. Oh, Pimpy, yeah, Pimpy. Yeah, and he has loads of people on, so there's something there for everybody. But people hate because, oh, he came out of nowhere and he's got all these, guess what? He's got all his numbers went up. His numbers did go up, I'd admit, like, where, because at first I was a bit like, where the frick did he come from? He just, like, came out of nowhere. That's when people go, oh, he's just been put there nefarious. But at the end of the day, when you think about it, sit and think about it, he's had a lot of people. He was doing interviews after interviews after interviews. Do you know how tiring it is? That's quite a lot of energy, so... He would get seen a lot more. And Charlie Freak is a lovely guy. But it's funny, isn't it? Because the people I seem to link up with, and then Mark Atwood the other day, and his friend that I spoke to today, well, on a chat, good energy, you can tell that they're good, genuine people. It doesn't mean that we're getting everything right of every single detail, but there's always those that hate. But when you see those that hate them people, you see what sort of energy it is as well. It's like a blueprint energy. It's like the person who came in today going on with themselves. Doesn't normally, I don't know if that channel had been taken over, I don't know, but that was nefarious energy going on. People are showing the true colours lately, really are showing the true colours, and it doesn't look good. To be honest, Jane, if it's about COVID, I won't watch it because I'm not interested. That isn't anything on you trying to put anything in. I'm just not interested. I'm interested now in what's going on tomorrow. I'm interested in putting stuff out to lift people. That link's in the chat that Jane's put in, so if anyone wants to go and watch it, please watch it. I know there's still people still watching stuff, but I'm not in that. I don't look at that. I don't check through my phone for any of it because I know I don't need to. I'm aware of what's going on. I know that's fake and everything anyway, so I just don't watch it. But thanks for putting it in. Thank you. But I personally won't watch it because I'm trying to focus on myself as well. I'm coming on here doing what I do, and I'm trying to focus on what I'm trying to do, in my dharma. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, fear. Yeah, it is. I think it's more fear than hate. Yeah, it's not hate. We say hate, but it's fear of facing the fact that their lives have been a lot. Yeah. And this is what I said with addictions at the beginning. So people, try and cover things up, mask stuff, with the way they're feeling truly inside instead of looking at, because it is scary to go, do you know what, I did this and this, or this, and I don't want to bring this up because it made me feel like that ages ago, and I'm seeing a lot of that going on of I don't want to talk about this, hi everybody in chat, I don't want to bring up this because it's going to set me off, and last time I felt like that, it made me feel depressed, so they go into fear, 45, and they go into fear. But the way you release that the way you get rid of that is to release it. It's not going to determine the future of what you're supposed to be because, you're scared of looking into that again. A lot of people go into victim mode as well. They always talk about the past. And I've done it before in relationships. So it's, oh, woe is me because this happened and that happened. And then they go back into the matrix and have to be so fixated on that illusion, if you get what I'm saying. Because they want to mask it all. And it's a victim mode of blaming other people, and not looking at, like we said in chat before, they're repeating the same old pattern. Or they really do go and throw themselves into life, which someone said today, it might have been on the Mark Atwood, and that makes sense as well. When people it was Mark Atwood, he said something like, when his dad died, he shouted out to the sky, I hate you, like, I hate God, don't believe in it. And then, people will go, oh, then you realise what's important, you realise that life's too short. So you go off on a bender, some people do, like, oh, I don't care anymore, I'm going to get drunk every night, every weekend I go out, I'm going to get so shit-faced and I'm going to do drugs and I'm going to do this and blah. And then they do all that, and it's like, yeah, I've got all these friends around me. That's what he was saying. I think it was on the one we were talking about today. Got all these friends around me, like, yeah, they all love me, and I'm so, like, coming across as this happy person, and that, when really they're not. But when they go out, they feel like that because they're masking it with all this stuff, and then they come down with a big crash, and then it scares them to, to not have that thing, that the crutch, but really. You need to release that and start bringing in new patterns of behaviour, new routines because you stay stuck if you stay in the old patterns you did before. Some people really throw themselves back into that whole life, work. That's not what we're here to do. That'll kill you off in the end because that just gets stressing and it will start to depress you again. It will start to depress you again because that's not what life's about. You've got to, we're in the time now, it's like everybody says, with the lockdown and everything, it's giving you time to research what, but it's not just about researching what's going on about it, it's about researching yourself within, realising, yes, people have lost their jobs, people have, there has been situations, but what I'm saying is, some people have realised maybe actually that wasn't the job for them. Maybe people are realising actually, in the new year, I'm going to really start looking at something else. I don't mean you're going to just go, I'm getting out of this job. You're going to look at something else and think, do you know what? I don't want to do this anymore. I want to help people in a job where I can do this, this and this. I want to be doing this, this and this. I don't want to be doing that anymore. It doesn't resonate. It's not doing me any good. Why am I working at this job? Some people only go, well, I'm working at that job because I want money. Sometimes your health is more important. And if you actually aren't spending money on shitty things and consuming all the time and being a bit more simple in your life, still enjoying life because it's not about the material things anyway, you will have more money anyway. So Billy Mazza says victimhood and whatever that says our disease. Yeah, it is. Victimhood is a disease. It's so easy to fall into. It is. I've been there. I was there a few years back with an ex and I just wouldn't shut up about this situation and I was telling people and it was bringing them down and I wouldn't shut up. But to tell the truth, in a way, I purged it out. And now I see the situation for what it actually was and I actually forgive that person. I haven't told them to the face, but I forgive that situation. They don't know themselves. They were like that for a reason because of their family and so on and things that have happened with trauma and things that they don't know themselves. They're confused and that's what's going on now. A lot of people are confused. They don't know themselves. They don't actually know what they're like. Went into lockdown, people had to stay with partners that they're probably not around a lot. And it's like, oh my God, we've got the kids in the house. I'm with my partner 24/7 and the kids and the pets and everything. And then you're like, oh my God, I can't get away. I still went out, but can't get away. Oh, you really have to learn about each other again, what your dislikes are and what your likes are. Or, if you're like me, some people went, wait, this is good, innit? Can't be bothered with people's energies at the minute. I want to start creating again. Oh, let's do that. Not me, because I was doing this anyway. Let's start getting back into gardening, painting, cooking, baking, all them things where you're thinking, oh my God, I've actually been enjoying this. Like I said, I know things have happened to certain people, but I'm just saying. And they're realising that maybe when we go into the new year, there's different things that they want to change and bring in. And they also realised how important family are. As much as family can piss you off, especially at Christmas when you laugh about it, but you love them really, you realised through the so-called lockdown, and if you haven't, which I'm saying has been awful for older people and stuff that haven't seen each other, I'm not saying it hasn't, but what I'm trying to say is, you've realised we are social beings, we are supposed to socialise, we've even probably missed friends and family and stuff that we've annoyed, that frustrate us, but we realise what's important and we realise more time spent with family and going back to that wholeness, wholesome wholeness, is the key to where we're going to be going in the future when the shit drops. So as much as the bad things are coming out, and it's coming out of ourselves, making us look at ourselves, the best is yet to come. So don't look at life like, woe is me. Get out of the victim mode. If you're in a relationship you just can't thrive in, why you're in the relationship? Stop making excuses up. If you're in a job, or maybe not in a job at the minute, if you're not in a job, you've got time to think about what you want to do. If you're in a job where you don't like that either, it doesn't mean jump out of it straight away. It's like, right, start thinking about what you would like to do. Start making steps towards that. There's so much silver lining you could look at. Building bridges again, maybe. Bridges are going to be built in the end anyway, with because a lot of people have been falling out over what's been going on with this, everything in the so-called virus, because everyone's lost the shit, because it has been a war on your mind. It's a spiritual war, mind, body and soul. So, I don't even know what I was talking about tonight. It's gone off. So anyway, it's a bit of a mismatch. So book-wise, this is a good book to read. Don't be scared of reading a book. Don't let people tell you what something is. Ooh, Scientology. What? Because someone said it was scary and it was an occult. A cult. You know what I mean? A cult, yeah. I don't mind being in a cult like Q. People call it a psyop and a Q cult. I like, yeah, the only cult that gets you to research yourself and question everything and use critical thinking, that's the best cult you can be in, because normally a cult brainwashes you. So check things out yourself before spitting out, oh my God, Scientology, oh Jesus. Ooh, it's like, have you looked into it properly though? All the nefarious energies, people, whatever, I've got into all the situations anyway. Some people going about Freemasons. I don't believe they were totally bad. Stonemasonry and all that. Masons were bad. A lot of people don't know at the bottom. It's in everywhere. Do you know what I mean? Hi, Kelly. I just saw Kelly there. Hi to anyone that's popped in as well. Yeah, I've got two nice shirts. Getting ready. Whoop. I'll be wearing that one tomorrow. So like I said, a few books here, because I was talking about Dr. Emoto. I had one for years and I lost it, so I had to get a new one. But like I said, a lot of people know about Dr. Emoto. I flicked through this today and it just landed on this page. I'll show you, just start laughing. You know, Seven follows me around everywhere. It landed on chapter 7. And I thought, oh, we'll just read the little bit that landed on chapter 7 then. Conscious living, because it's about conscious living. When you're distracted by other stuff and what people are saying, and just in this whole bye flipping, what's that film called? If you haven't seen And They Live, go and watch that. That'll make more sense to you. Conscious living, I've learned everything's about being mindful every day. And you'll find beautiful things in everything because God resides in everything. Conscious living, I've learned, begins with understanding the true power of water. Like I said, it's a liquid crystal to me. You know, when your body is liquid crystal, because it holds 70 to 90% of water. So it's that thing again of your thoughts on the water. But most people know that. But if you don't, really good book to get. Check the experiments out on YouTube. Do it yourself, like I said the other day with the rice experiment. Understanding the true power of water, as documented through the research of I can never say his name, I'll just say Dr. Emoto. The power of water exists in its ability to flow effortlessly, just like, what's he called? Bruce Lee said, be like water. Effortlessly, no matter what its environment, you've got to flow effortlessly in any of your environments. You can fit into it and you don't, you know what I'm talking about. Water takes on the shape of its container, moves continuously in swirling motions, or is effortlessly guided by the banks of a river. As life itself, it's always moving, changing from one state to another. We're always moving and changing from one state to another. We go with the flow. We don't stay in lockdown. We don't stay in a locked, fearful mode of, like people have said to me, you contradict yourself. No, I don't. I can say something one week and move on forward and think, actually, that resonates with me now. That's making me flow more over there, so I'm going to go with it. Can't see the chat right now. As life itself is always moving, changing from one state to another, we're always changing to different states. Vibrating and resonating as different frequencies. It has the potential to crave a path through a mountain, squeeze through the smallest openings, and when heated, evaporate into thin air. Water is as mysterious as the infinite universe itself. It holds the secrets of all life. And wham, a water sign. One drop may contain the blueprint for the cure of every disease known to mankind, because you can put your intentions and thoughts on water and then drink it, or talk to your bodily waters. The human body is estimated to be 70 and 90% water. Each cell, organ and system of the body consists of specific percentages of water. And the flow of the water determines whether the body expresses itself in optimal health or in symptoms of imbalance or disease. Drink up, people. So that just opened on that page, so I like to just read the page that it opens on. Also, this book was just, I've got books all over. People know about this. And the little book, The Soul and the Sun, the kids' book, which is absolutely beautiful. This is derivative of this, a conversation. Oh, I might be reading the wrong one. Oh, we did do a conversation with, oh, that might be a conversation with God. I actually thought this was a conversation with God. That was a derivative of conversation with God. This is, There is a Spiritual Solution. There is, by Wayne Dyer. Some people go, oh, we got, just because you've seen him with certain people doesn't mean anything. But I opened it up on page, oh, where did I, well, what page did I open it on? I think it was 117. Where is it? 117. Yeah, I opened it on 117 randomly, which is quite funny. And it just said, your mind is the substance of all matter. That's why they put you in fear on your mind. Take a look at your hand right now. Would you describe it as an intelligence? No. No? Because intelligence is the mind that directs your hand to move to the right, to grasp, to clutch, to make a fist or wave goodbye. Your hand responds to the directives of your mind. Yes, of course, the hand has intelligence, as every living cell have a centre of intelligence, but that cell responds to the directives of your mind. Thus, your mind is the substance of the matter that is called your hand. Now think about every other organ in your body, your heart, liver, spleen, all of which were created to act in accordance with the central divine intelligence within them, within you. Yet your mind is still the substance, because what you tell yourself comes into reality and also into your body. So I'm just putting that there, I'm not reading it all out. Also, I was showing a friend this book today. I think it's 3 books in one, this. It is. Ingersoll, I can't even say, Lockwood, The Collection. The Last President, is in this. The Last President, Donald Trump. Travels and Adventures of the Little Baron Trump. Baron Trump's Marvellous Underground Journey. Most of you will have heard this. People go, oh yeah, because the actual picture of the older book, the picture on it looks like Baron Trump, Trump's son. And people go, yeah, well, listen to when it was written. This collection contains blah, blah, blah. This author wrote over 120 years ago, during the 1890s. These 3 novels, in which the characters are first a kid whose name is Baron Trump, and his master is Don. And a separate novel about the president who resides in 5th Avenue, New York. His name, like Trump, and it just went off then. Who surprisingly wins an election. Sorry, I have to laugh. The Baron Trump novels recount the adventures of the German boy, William, I don't know, it says Sebastian von Trump, who goes by Baron Trump, as he discovers weird underground civilizations. Is that anything to do with like breakaways? We all know about that when you've gone down the truthing thing. You know, we've all been through them rabbit holes. I just had to read this out. Von Trump goes, as he discovers weird underground civilization, offends the narrative, flees from the entanglements with local women, and repeats his pattern until arriving back home at Castle Trump. Chris, I think it's Rotters, I don't know, noted in Newsweek that Baron Trump's adventures begin in Russia. Oh, really? Also mentioned in another, but yeah, it's just funny. It's funny. And then it says, these novels and some of its phrases and situations really make people wonder, are you listening to this, if they're Earth to moon. Earth to moon. Something about events written before. Oh, there was something else there. Where was it? Oh, Baron Trump mentions his massive brain. Yeah, anyway, it's just funny if you know about that. It is good. And the other book that I'm trying to start reading, I've read a few pages, is the For Women Who Run with Wolves. It's just brilliant. Myths and Stories of the Wild Women Archetype. Whoop! Which goes with my little cauldron up there that I got through the door today. Yeah. My suggestion, could that book have been created in the last 10 years and put... No, I think it was written then. Who knows, you know, portals going on, time machines, Tesla and all that sort of stuff. Do you know what I mean? When you look back at stuff, the last president, there'll be a... Yeah. I think there'll be a dynasty. But this is what's fun about it all, because we're going to see, aren't we? We're going to see, you know... It's called The Great Awakening, said the greatest story ever told. Right, before I go, because I want to go and read a bit more of this and chill out, because I'm going to be on form tomorrow. I'm going to be in and out all day. I might come on before dinner, and then I'm going to go and chill out, and then I might come on again. I might do some card pulls for you lot in chat. I'll try and get through a few. Then I'll have a bit of a break, then I'll come on all through the day tomorrow, because of obviously the energies. I'll be watching a few people doing a few stuff as well, jumping in maybe if Camelot will go into their chat, in the chat, and seeing what everyone's doing, because I think Dharma Life podcast or Charlie Freak's doing something as well. So that, and as I'm talking about the president, 45 are watching. So I'm going to tell you the cards I brought out today, and the messages of the cards were really, really good. They always are. The White House Archives have the first edition of that book. Well, that might have been like a looking glass thing, do you know what I'm saying? So... wait till all stuff comes out of the Vatican. Good evening. Hi, Brenda. So, we got Starseed Bathing is light body crystal grid transmission activation. Now, these are what I actually pulled for myself, but it's going to resonate with a lot of people. So I thought I'd share it, because the orbs that I'm getting and stuff like that, I don't know if you saw the picture, one looked like a face and it looked like a young girl, a child. There's a video I didn't put up for you lot, because it was personal for me when I was asking stuff and the light was coming in, and it's not nefarious light, a bit like these orbs, a bit like that. And I know that's part of my activation. So I got Star Bathing, light body crystal grid transmission activation. Because we're not just, I think Charlie Wardson was saying before, and I believe in that as well. It's not just this, by Andrea, it's not just this, your 7 chakra system, because we've got more. So we can't just stay in the 7 chakras, we go up and above. So I think, personally, I think that's getting activated. I don't care what anyone else says, that's what personally I think, because we're not staying in our 7 chakras, there's more. That can be a thing where they want you to stay in your 7 chakras and not reach above. So, we've got more to do. Double mission. This was lovely. Double mission was light worker starseed, serve the world by being you. I'm serving the world right now by being me. So, like I said, with a load of stuff, nefarious stuff that was happening recently, people trying to pull me down, I'm only being me. I only know how to be me and do what I do the way I do it. Whether I come out with things sometimes that people don't get, or there might be things that seem different to others, or maybe not right, that doesn't matter. It's how we evolve and how we grow, and the frequencies we put out, and we learn by our mistakes and stuff like that. So serve the world by being you. I'm just being me. I don't want to be anybody else. I don't want to do something like anybody else. I only know how to be me. This is the whole point of addiction again, and things that get covered up. When people are looking at other things and they I want to be like Kim Kardashian, I want to be like this, I want to be more like them, I want to be fun like them, and they cover all this stuff up and they're trying to be something they're not. And you're more happier and you release more when you actually start to be you and love yourself more, because a bit of lower energy that was coming after me lately, sorry to say this, was saying that I'm trying to copy them and I'm a copycat of them. And it's like, there's nothing further away from that silliness of that idea at all. look like, no. Sound like, no. Video like, no. Speak like, no. Artwork, no. You know what I'm saying? You can only be you. So I only know I'm being the best at being me. Sometimes if you don't like what I say, or sometimes how I react to stuff, oh well, I'm just being me, you know. We're all doing this. We're all divine expressions, and we're expressing our, coming into our own. And that's why when you look around and you see people with different channels expressing their path, their mission, their awakening, it is beautiful to watch. It is so beautiful. I love it. That's one of the best things I love about when I do look around YouTube and the channels that I do like watching and seeing who they've got on and interviewing. And, you're linking up with the same sort of experience. The reason why you're having the same experience is because it is the same thing, but we all get on it through different ways and understand different ways, and it's so beautiful to watch. It's so beautiful to watch. The next one was trust the timing. The timing, I've trusted timing. It can be quite frustrating sometimes. It says trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. It's not running out for you to do things. It's not, and I love this because it's got all this light, all the light coming in. And it's got the same person moving forward, moving forward. Trust the timing. We're right where we need to be right now is the time. Time is not running out. Trust the wave you came in. And this is why I said the other day, it does not matter when you woke up to whatever you've woke up to. It was a wave that had to come in. Like I said, I think Dolores Cannon might have said this actually. When we came in with different missions that needed to be done years ago. So those people have done their missions, so on and so forth. I'm here now at this time doing mine. So people have got to let go of stuff because you've got to let people do their mission. I put that on for JFK Jr. Whoop, energy for tomorrow. And then I'll have my red Trump top on. So, we came in on waves. Like I've said and said before, you can't just... I've had this big boom and everything's done. Everyone would be like, what the friggin' hell's that? That's like when everyone thought in 2012, everyone thought it was going off planet. It was this massive event because they knew an event was coming, but they got so confused and thought it was this big ships are coming, blah, 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 blah. And there were some people who did videos and they know who they are after watching, and I think he even laughed and people have laughed, thought they were waking up one Christmas Eve and they wouldn't be here. So there is an event coming, but it comes in, I believe the light that's coming in is already coming in. It's getting stronger and stronger because if it came in like that, it's going to disrupt your body. You need time, just the wave you came, you need time to adjust to all this information, energy, light, frequencies, whatever you want to call it, that is coming in, and so you can purge and you've got time to do it. Oh yeah, he will be still speaking. He can go on forever. He's like a Duracell bunny, you know what I mean? And then the other one that came in is weight of the world. I said this the other day. You don't have to hold the weight of the world. Give it to God, do you know what I mean? Put it out there. You don't need to hold on to it. I used to think that. Weight of the world, boundaries. You need to put boundaries up, I said that, but you need to let go. Let it go. It's not yours to carry. These burdens, even the burdens of your past, they're not yours to carry. What do you need to carry them for? It does not define who you are now. Doesn't matter what it doesn't. As I said before, depression is when you think too much of the past and you live in the past and you just regurgitate talking about the past, going on about the past, thinking about the past, being in fear of the past, catching up on you again. Anxiety is thinking of the future. That's not even happened yet. Oh, this could happen. Well, it's not. It's all about the now. And this is why I say to people, don't go on about what you think Trump was, this was, that was, blah, 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 blah. I was, whatever. It's all about the now. That doesn't matter because that's in the past. That what I've just said then, that's in the past. I've just said that's in the past is in the past now. What I just said 5 minutes ago was in the past now. My fingers are tingling. So, and it's a lovely picture as well, bathing in them waters. Just, this is the time to chill out. And this is why we've been given, in another sense, the lockdown. It's for you to let go. So people don't go, Dolly kicking the nolly, thank you. It's for you to let go, if you look at it like that, of people will go, I've not had time to research. I've not had time to research myself. I've not had time to do. Yes, you have. I know there's some people still working and still thinking, and people working from home. Yes, you have. If you choose to stay in the news and watch that TV, I only use it for a screen. If you choose to sit in day out of the news, the TV, and you like watching programmes and you're watching the BBC or CNN or whatever crap it is, why are you feeding yourself with that? Get childlike, get drawing, get painting, get dancing, get singing, get poetry out, express your divine creativity. That's what it's all about. And this is why I think when the Dharma Life podcast was on, I'm not going to play it, go over and check it yourself. Charlie Ward was on, Joshua X, I think Josh X, he's so good. They were talked about this, I think, and Critical Thinker was on before. Please go and listen to it. It was beautiful because they were just talking about your everyone has a creative side of, you know, there was a guy on there that wants to make a film when he can, you know, we've got rid of the nefarious asses that don't want truth going out. So creative, people coming out with songs, poetry. When you're in the now and you're not thinking about stuff, that's when, like, when I made the Q poem, I was just in the kitchen. I was like, just singing. I was like, oh, this has just come into my head. I make songs up in my own head and sing them out loud. Some of them don't make sense sometimes, but it doesn't matter. You know, I ordered one. Yeah, I've got a distiller, the good. You still need to get some minerals and stuff down you as well. But yeah, so, you know, it's what it's all about. The last one is, oh no, it's not the last one. This is what made me laugh because this is what's going on, right? So this was the next one. Like I said, these were my cards, but they will resonate because it's obviously what's going on in the collective anyway and what we need to be doing. Empathic starseed. Oh yes. Energetic sovereignty. Absorbing what's not yours. We've been absorbing shit that's not ours. We can absorb it out. We can get rid of it. Energetic sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours. And then the last one was, and I thought this was so beautiful because this is what's happening. Are you ready for this one? It's like they've opened the curtains to the golden age and unveiled the unveiling, lifting the veil. And it is lifting the veil. And it makes me laugh what it says on the bottom. Are you ready? Q says, you know, question everything, research yourself. Lifting the veil. Questioning everything. Anything unaligned must go. Anything unaligned must go. This is getting rid of the shit, the density, the things that don't serve you anymore, the stuff you don't resonate with. That's things and people. It could be clearing out your house. I still need a lot more to do with that in certain areas because things that you keep, say clothes and I don't know, might be things you have in your kitchen, all sorts of different bits, kids' old toys and stuff. Normally clear that out before Christmas. Anything, I'm going to keep that because I'll fit into that next year. Don't fit into it. I'm going to keep it just in case I need it, but you've not needed it for about 5 years. So get rid of it. Let more space in for new energy so energy can breathe and move and circulate, you know, and stuff like that. It's a bit like we go through a spring clean. Let's do an autumn clean as well. So yeah. Yes, they do have looking glass technology. Yeah, they do. If you do your research, you know what's going on. So this is why I say a lot of people will come into my channel and go, do you know about this? And going, yeah. Exactly, Dolly. The TV is all about fear. Yeah, it is. The black box in the corner. But yeah, so these cards were fabulous. And I might just, before I go, where have they gone? I might just do another one. But like I said, I'm going to be doing some cards tomorrow. I'm going to be on at different times of the day, in and out, what's going on. I'm going to try and stay awake. If I don't, I'll be all over the place on Wednesday like, woohoo! Yes. I don't know if JP was pointing to something, but I can't see. So I'm just thinking what deck I want to go into. Let's get my light deck out. Right, I've got The Universe Has Your Back, and we might as well do Work Your Light because I love this one. And The Universe Has Your Back. Just going to do one out of each because I'm getting tired now. Not slept for about 4 years. Do you know what I mean? Those who know don't sleep. I've got to rest my energy for tomorrow. Right, let's go, let's go. So I'm going to be doing some cards for people. I'll try and get 1 card each. Well, we'll see what happens, but if you come in tomorrow, I don't know when I'll be doing that, but it might be in the afternoon. I'm just trying to bide my time with what's going on, looking on my phone while we're all in a bit of a chat, you know, and seeing that's what I'm thinking of doing tomorrow. We'll see. But I said I might just pull some cards and do some stuff to see what happens. I don't know. Maybe I'll do some drawings. I don't know. Got stuff to post off to Australia tomorrow and down south. Yeah, I'm still listening, learning, sorry. So let's go. Cards. Oh, right. So a load fell out then. And that was a bit my fault, but I always pick the ones that I turned over. So let's see. Nothing is a mistake. So I was going for 1 card there, but we've got 4. So let's see what they are. Oh, this is funny, isn't it? You ready? Attack, pain, fear, judgment, any form of separation are merely calls for help. Oh, yes. See? Attack, pain, fear. I was getting attacked, but that's a pain and a fear of someone else's thing going on. Judgment, yeah. Any form of separation, that is separation. If you're in fear, you're in separation. Not only from yourself as well. Are merely calls for help. They are calls for help. That's why I say to people, you've got to do the work yourself and you've got to look at things and why you're blaming people and so on and so forth. If you're on the attack, if you're in pain, if you're in fear, you need to look at yourself at if you're attacking something or people, why? That's something within you. If you're in pain, what is it? If you're in fear, what is that you're looking at? Judgment, why? You know. And then, as we were just talking about at the beginning, we were just saying, energy flows where my intentions go. Where your intentions go is where your energy flows. Concentrate on what you want to put your energy into and your intentions, and it will flow. The next one. The movement I realign. Sorry, not the movement. The moment I realign with love, clear direction is presented to me. Yes, it is. And then the last one is, very convenient, the presence of love will always cast out fear. It will. There's a lot of false love going on, I see, out there of, I love you, everything's got to be love, everything's got to be love. And they'll tell people that they love them when they know, how do you put this, that the other person is doing something that doesn't really align or help them, but they let the people go on with it, which to me isn't love, because sometimes you have to be told, you know, straight about what you're doing or what you're being a part of, and people don't like that. So sometimes when, like if you're in a partnership and someone tells you something you don't like, sometimes it's good that they do, because if they're just letting you carry on with a behaviour, that's not love. That's not love. You know, they don't want to see you pulling yourself down. So people who say they love one another, or communities that love one another, but they're not actually, you know, sort of saying, you know, this is a bit, you shouldn't really be doing it, blah, blah, blah. That isn't love. And there's a lot of entities and energies and people. This isn't anyone out there. This is just saying, before people get the wrong end of the stick, is sometimes, like I've said, you have to say no to things, and boundaries again, because some people will act like that. And as we know in the illusion, we've got places of like the government, different sorts of, you know, businesses and stuff that will say, oh, they all love you and they think they're doing everything for the best for you. And they're not. It's just a thing that they make it look like that. So when you get into it, you get caught up in it. It's not. It's just siphoning your energy. It's bringing you down. You know, that goes on as well. So that's why I said, yes, you do have to have boundaries. And sometimes there is a fake love out there, because they know if if they put that word out, oh, I love, it's a bit like I dated a narcissist. They will do shit to you, talk to you, make you feel like crap, all the things if you know about it. And then the next minute they'll turn around and say, I love you. That's a different sort of thing. That's not telling you sometimes when you need to be told something of truth. That's like someone messing with your mind. Do you know what I mean? So that's why I say, when you start learning about energies and stuff, you start realising things. It's like the person who came in this morning and started going on. It's that thing when they start putting in chat like something like, why haven't you? It's like an attention thing. It's like a victim mode thing going on. It's like, what? Don't do victim mode. Don't do victim mode. Anyway, let's do the light card. So I hope you get what I'm saying. I hope you get what I'm saying. So yeah, it's like people like, say you were going on a singing competition and you really couldn't sing and someone was like, oh yeah, I think you're really great, yeah, I love you, you go on, and you're absolutely shit, and they made you go on stage and make yourself look a right arsehole in front of everybody. That's not love. Some people need to be told what they're doing off friends and family and loved ones, and it can seem quite harsh sometimes, but it's not. It's to love someone to actually tell them, do you know what you're doing wrong, do you know what, this isn't right, blah, 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 blah. No matter what they think, this is not right. So I see this all the time, and these people who do, oh, love you. You should see what they're saying behind each other's backs. Do you know what I mean? It's one of them. I don't feed into all that. When all that comes out of that falseness, that's where I just switch off and think, that doesn't do it for me. Yes, ye old sage. Thank you, Margaret. Love is to love thyself first, and the rest will follow. Free your mind, the rest will follow. Sit back with these. I've got my little I've had this in for ages, little rose quartz crystal. No, I'm not taking my dreads out. Dolly, you think no, I'm not, because I can't sing. Yeah, I'd be like, let's do what was it this morning? I was like, Trump, 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 Trump. This is what we're doing tomorrow. We're doing Trump dance. Trump, and 45's in. Trump, 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 Trump. There's no limits, no limits. We'll reach for the sky. No river too deep, no mountain too high. No limits. We'll do what we do what we want, and we do it with pride. Down, 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 down. Oh. 45 and again, president's watching. You just never know, They do watch, the Alliance do watch people, they know what's going on. My cousin's father in England has talent. I have talent, I have creative talents. Yes. We all do, bigging myself up, but we all do. You've got to tune in to what they are. You start tuning in and you'll find out what they are. I'm going to read the Q poem out before I go. I said I'd be reading it every day, so this is what you all should be in this time right now. Are you ready? This is what you all should be. Whoop! Are you ready? Pillar of light. Boom. Your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. I'm the oracle, you're the oracle. We're all our own oracles, right? Be the pillar of light in the dark, because this is what we're meant to be doing. Yes. Oh, yes. So that was beautiful. Right, before we go, let's do the where we go, when we go on. Oh, I think I've lost it again. I lose this every time. Where is it? Is it that one or that one? Right, where's this book? Is it really weird that I lose it all the time? Is that it? Oh, it's over here, I think. Where is it? Oh, it's there, right in front of my face, as usual. Now, I won't be watching the Trump rally. I'm going to bed soon and reading. I'm saving my energy for tomorrow. Tomorrow. I love you, tomorrow. What have energy going about tomorrow? I'll be pumping my intentions out and everything like I do anyway. Making little Trump dances up, getting that energy out, doesn't matter what it is. Right, you ready? This is for people, again, this is for people who may have not heard this before. This may just really get on people's nerves, but I don't care. Oh, right. If you're into Q, you'll love it. If you're not, it doesn't matter. But I'm going to read it anyway, because this was me in a kitchen when I was in a lot of the energy of this a few years ago when I first got into it, and I was like, this just came in and I thought, oh my God, I'm a poet, and I didn't even know it. 40 and 48 there going on. So anyway, we all came together by the letter Q, picked up the breadcrumbs, researched, and knew what to do. The movement of the truth from dark to light, and that also means, dark to light also means, you know, this is a spiritual war, dark to light. It also means you're in the dark if you've got no information. You come into the light when you've got the information. Now we've got 41 and 41. So out of the dark into the light. This is where people have been going with finding the real information out and not what's been covered up. So we researched and knew what to do. The movement of truth from dark to light. We are all Q, and we the people will fight for our freedom, our families, our rights to live in a world rid of evil. It's all for our kids. I'm going somewhere this weekend. I might read this out, I don't know. So we ride on the Q train with POTUS and R. So let's unite together and shout hurrah. You'll know there's a few codes in this from the Q thing. The plan of the elites. Sky is falling down. They never thought she'd lose. They are such clowns. So the rise of the sun. So the rise of the people, like the rise of the sun, is light to the world to show us the way. Truth is here and it's here to stay. This time will be told for years to come. History we are making, and we were all part of it. It's been so much fun. We've laughed, we've cried, we've wobbled at times, but we stayed strong and we stayed on the ride. The time is now. Where we go one, we go all. Patriots of the world, we win, they fall. Thank you, POTUS. Thank you, Q, POTUS and R. You set us free to be who we truly are. We the people. And that was my poem. Oh, that goes down in history because I thought I'll big myself up for writing that. Whoop! People keep saying, get it printed. I think I will get it printed. If you want to, comment after, if you want me to get it printed out, get it printed. That's where people go, ooh, you're not making money off the movement. I've held on to this for a very long time, just like that picture. It's a great poem. You could frame it. Do you know what I mean? I personally think it's a great poem. I do. Oh, thank you, Daniel. Was it Danielle? Yeah, Dolly, thank you. I learned so much about myself just listening to you. Thank you. Q is followed by you. Q is much more than a lot of people know. Yeah, thank you. So that I made that up in my kitchen. That's when I'm in the flow and I'm just like, whoa, I'm not listening to stuff. Things come out. That's why I write. That's why I say I write a lot of things down through the day, drawing, writing things down. If something pops in, I think, oh yeah, that makes sense. I write it down. Because you just never know. When you look back, you're like, oh yeah, that makes sense now. That's why I said I have little notebooks for the people who don't know, where I just doodle things. This is like us asleep, us awake. You can't go back to sleep or when you've woken up, little doodles. Many eyes of consciousness observing now. magical fairies and stuff like that. This one's like power, waking up in our power. So ascending in a higher state of consciousness, being aware, being mindful, Christ consciousness, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to go now because I am actually tired tonight and I've got I will be buzzing tomorrow, I know that. So yeah, I've got to go in there, chill. It's a great poem. You should send it to President Trump. I should. What, to the White House? I bet he's seen it. Just saying. So I'm going to go. Thanks for coming in because I think my chat went off chat, but it doesn't matter. Like I said, we've got to start taking responsibility and looking at our inner selves and releasing stuff. And like I said, addiction's a lot of things. It's not just a couple that people think it is, you know, because it all brings entities and things in, and it's not helping none of us with that sort of stuff. So slowly, I believe people will start, you know, looking at, you know, better foods. Well, better foods come in as well, because it's not like even organic stuff these days, that ain't even organic properly, but you know what I mean. So you know what I'm talking about. So yeah. Print K. What's Print K? Oh yeah, but I'm not surprised. His rallies are massive anyway. Do you know what I mean? We all know his rallies are massive. Good night, beautiful Dolly. Sleep well. Yeah, you all sleep well. I don't. How can you sleep? I don't know. I'm not gonna be able to sleep. Yeah, print it. I think I will. Thank you, Rand. I couldn't sleep properly last night. So if I couldn't sleep properly last night, I don't know what's gonna go on tonight. Oh God. Oh, by the way, before I go, if anyone didn't tune in early, I had a little meditation this morning and I saw a pulsating waves in a circle, and it was like these wings were going like this. It was like these heavenly wings with like, and gently doing this, like with healing, you know, like it just felt so like wings were being wrapped around the earth. And then a few hours after, I was just nosing around on Instagram and I saw this and I thought, that's exactly what it was. And I'll show you. I was like, wow, synchronicities. So I saw this on someone's post and it was this heart, golden heart with wings, because that's what the wings look like. They were going like this, but it says, and it's just funny how it linked up today after I'd said it. I am here to tell you that your love has wings, because we're rising, you know. These wings are so big that they can wrap around the world. The wings carry a message of truth. They touch the souls of our brothers and sisters to remind them of the miracles inside their hearts and ask to release them proudly. And now the change has begun. I was like, well, yes. And then there was this other little picture that I loved, and it's, you know, someone manifesting there, like manifesting, and it says, the greatest gift you have to give is that the greatest gift you have to give is that of your own self-transformation. It's about you. It's not about, I mean, it is, because it's happening. I hate saying this, we're all transforming and it's a transition, but the greatest gift you have is to give that of your own transformation. That's why I say concentrate on you and your evolving evolution of growth of your transformation from a caterpillar to a butterfly. It doesn't matter what's going on now. Even with other people close to you, it's your transformation, because when you transform yourself and that light comes in, other people are drawn to that light and then they want to do it, and it's a domino effect, and that is what's happening. So now is the time to stop looking at the shit, stop feeding into it. I know we're having all this tomorrow, that's great, but Q's not always going to be here and all that, and then this is why they have the strength to go on and bring in this new world and your transformation. So that's one of the biggest things I can say to you. And then I just love this little quote that went up with this picture. Was consciousness sleeps in minerals, dreams in plants, wakes up in animals, and becomes self-aware in humans. Remember, you are human too, and we're being self-aware in this human state. So that's all I'm going to say. So where we go, one way go all. Yeah. Oh, I've had that before, water bearer, and I was living with a narcissist, but guess what? Pew! Kick to the highway, you know? Some people don't know they're doing it sometimes. They're going to find a lot of truths out when this pops out. It's like I said, it's all about going within and healing. So we're all going to be doing it. But like I said, all right. Well, like I said, folks, it's coming. Where we go 1 week wall, I'm going to try and get to sleep. I don't know if that's going to work, but we'll see. I'm going to be on quite a lot tomorrow. I'm going to be on before lunchtime, UK time. Don't know what time that'll be. I'll try and let you know, but then again, it's not like you get the notifications anyway. And then I'm going to have a break and go and see somebody. And then I'm going to come back. I'm going to do some cards. I'm just going to be faffing around all day. Faffing around all day. In the energy of it all, looking about what's about, and I'm going to keep popping in, and so you'll be sick of seeing me, but I'm not really bothered, and I'll be wearing my Trump top, so pushing that energy out there. Janine, do the poem up with your yeah, someone said that before. I could, yeah, I need to get it, typed up. I'm gonna get it typed, so yeah, people have said that before. Do the poem with little drawings around it, so yeah. And I know I say I've been saying this for years, I'll get this out and get that out and that picture out and this picture out, but I do that much, I forget sometimes, but I'm going to have to really write it down. Because people have asked, and if people are asking, who am I to say no? You know? So, you know, it was genuinely made up in the kitchen, singing and in that energy, and I think it's a good energy to, it's just good energy. Print your poem. I've heard you read it. Yeah, I've read it quite a lot, but I'm going to be reading it again tomorrow because, you know, people will probably hate on that, you know, like, oh, it's like, well, you know, I like it. JFK takes them. Yeah, so anyway, like I said, where we go, one we go all. I can't wait for tomorrow, even though we're probably not going to see a lot of things in the UK till the day after, but it's going to be a lot of high energy tomorrow. I can feel it now. You know, a lot of people are doing meditations, intentions, prayers, watch parties, lots of good stuff to pump that energy out, you know. And even if you're not doing that, if you're just putting that energy out for, you know, we're not voting over here, but I'm voting in my heart. I'm definitely voting in my heart, and I know a lot of people around the world are. If you know what's going on, you know there's masses. The people out there, I'll just say, that hate Trump and don't understand what's going on and really think that there's not a lot of people that love Trump. It's ridiculous. If you know where to look, you're like, wow, the world is just like boom, boom. Yeah, Julian, you know, that it's all in the plan, all in the plan. I've trusted the plan. People look at that and go, oh my God, she trusts the plan. They don't understand. So, and I also trust the plan within myself. That tells me that plan is benevolent. It's not evil. It's not part of the New World Order, you know, and all that. It's not a Hillary thing. So, yeah, the truth will set you free. So, but the main big thing is that you find yourself, you start to transform, you start to let go of old things that don't resonate with you anymore, because beyond all the stuff that's going to come out with Trump and Q over the next weeks, months, into next year and the years, because it's that big, is all that time is for you to get into bliss mode, to get back connected, not just to source, God, whatever you want to call it, back to you being human with a moral compass and these new solutions that are going to come in and the sort of things that you want to do to help humanity go forth. Like Star Trek, you know, what's the thingy? Can I do this? Is it that? I don't even know if this, what's the Vulcan thing? I don't even know what it is. Is it that? What is it? Is it that? I don't know which way it is. Live long and prosper. Oh my God, it makes me laugh. I'm going to go because I'm going to get delirious. Yeah, and anyone who didn't see this, just let me show you something. I will still be lighting my Trumpkin tomorrow. My Trumpkin, there's his big quiff on his head. This is the Trumpkin. Trump, master of the universe. So, yeah, so like I said, yeah. Oh God, there's loads of beautiful things coming in. Energies and surprises, and the best is yet to come. And as they said, the last one will be magical. So, biblical, magical. So, world with positive energy. Oh God, yeah. Beautiful. So, Tara, yeah. So, see you tomorrow. Most of the day and evening and God knows what. And, yeah, constellations. So, keep shining your light. Don't let anyone dim it. Keep following your bliss, not anyone else's bliss, your bliss. Keep being yourself, what else have we said tonight? Yeah, just all that. Especially in these times, because there's people out there, energies and entities that are trying to drag people down at the minute and trying to distract them from doing your mission, which is your mission. And when you start on that path, you begin to realise what it actually is, and you don't let anyone tell you any different. So where we go, one we go all. I will see you tomorrow for the Trump marathon. And yeah, bliss out, peeps, as JP says. I'll see you soon. Thanks all for coming in. Bye.